Yiga D, and we are back with that crack on the late night tip. We coming with the crime. You already know the time. Let me get the music so we can use it. And then we finna get on with this crime, dog. Yeah. Uh-huh. So, what we got today, y'all? We got a bitter custody battle ends in a heartbreaking act of betrayal. Sounds tasty. Let's see what we got. Boom. Here we go. Let's get it.
Things only got worse from there. In this case, the marriage vow, till death do us part, took on a grave meaning. This case takes place in Marion County, a north central Florida community. That's where Josh Fulgham and Heather Strong called home. He was 27, she 26. Their relationship had spanned a decade, more than a third of their lives. It was a roller coaster ride, shadowed by violent outbursts and infidelity. There were breakups, followed by makeups. Despite their problems, the pair couldn't seem to sever the bonds that tied them. Part of their connection was the two children they shared, an 8-year-old girl and a 2-year-old boy. Before this tragedy reached a point of no return, there was a time when it seemed like Josh and Heather were finally going to break away from each other for good. Josh had been dating a woman named Amelia Carr off and on for about 2 years. When the 24-year-old single mother of 3 got pregnant with Josh's child, he asked her to marry him, but their engagement was short-lived. Following an argument with Amelia, Josh withdrew his proposal. He took the ring back and married Heather instead. Heather and Josh tied the knot on December 26, 2008, but making their union official didn't dissolve the tensions that simmered between them. On the evening of January 5th, Josh demanded that Heather give him her ex-boyfriend's phone number. When she refused, he pointed a shotgun at her and threatened, "You're going to give me the number or the shooting starts here and then I go to Ben's." Josh was arrested the next day. In a phone call Josh made to Heather from the jail, he talked about his predicament.
Hello?
Hey, please don't hang up.
I'm not.
And I'm glad you do this.
Josh, because I can't, you promised me. You promised me I can't live like this.
Well, we're not going to push death or what?
You're not going to do that, Josh. You're going to kill me when you get up there.
Josh was in jail fuming for a month. The anger he felt for Heather reporting him to the police intensified. Meanwhile, Heather was moving on. Just 3 days after Josh was arrested, she started living with another man named Jamie Acom. Jamie was no stranger to Amelia. They had known each other since Amelia was 15 years old, and they had once been in a relationship as well. Jamie had fathered one of Amelia's 3 children. He was also the person who introduced Amelia to Josh and Heather. Despite all the back and forth between Heather, Josh, Amelia, and Jamie, and the tensions it spawned, the 4 of them still hung out sometimes. The 2 women even babysat for each other's children occasionally. Amelia described their complicated relationships to Marion County Detective Donald Bowie after Heather went missing.
I hope and pray that you know nothing.
I think someone that you need to speak a little bit more to would probably be Jamie Higgum.
Hey, Chris in here.
Because you mentioned the triangle, which would be Josh and Heather. But it's more of a square because Jamie's got a lot of anger and animosity towards both me and Josh for multiple reasons.
Listen to me. I understand, but listen to me. Put yourself in my position.
Oh, I'm trying to.
Josh is telling everybody that he was the last person with her.
Okay, why would he say that if he'd hurt her?
After Josh was arrested for pointing a shotgun at Heather, Amelia did what she could to get him out of jail. She made calls on his behalf and lent him $1,700 towards his $5,000 legal bill. He was released after 31 days. Josh could be convincing where Heather was concerned, and he persuaded her to retract her statements to police that led to his aggravated domestic assault charge. Just 1 week after signing that paperwork, Heather disappeared. The last time anyone heard from Heather was on February 15th. That day, she took a call from Josh while working her shift at the Iron Skillet, a restaurant located in a local petrol station. Co-workers noticed that she was visibly upset after the call. Josh told Heather that he was seizing custody of their 2 children immediately because of information he found out about Jamie Acom. The next morning, on February the 16th, Heather didn't show up for the morning shift. That wasn't customary for her. According to the manager, she had always been reliable and a responsible employee. Heather's cousin in Mississippi, Misty Strong, was worried as well. Typically, Misty communicated with Heather daily by phone or email. Josh told everyone who inquired that Heather had gone to Mississippi, but Misty had not heard from her, and neither had her mother. Misty filed a missing person report on February the 24th. Police opened an investigation. At first, Heather's status was listed as missing, but as the detectives began asking questions, that was escalated to missing and endangered on March the 18th. Detectives spoke to the Iron Skillet's bookkeeper and found out that Heather's bank card, which was tied to her paycheck deposits, had been used several times from the 16th until the 19th when the funds ran dry. They pulled security footage and spotted someone using Heather's card. Of course, it was not Heather. The person wore what appeared to be a leaf blower. They knew Josh was employed by a landscape maintenance company. Josh had a history of violence towards Heather. Carolyn Spence, Heather's mother, told police that Josh had threatened her daughter many times. 3 years earlier, Josh had called Carolyn to say that he had tied Heather up, duct taped her mouth, and put her in the trunk of his car. He told Carolyn that it would be the last time she would hear her daughter's voice. He said he was going to dump her in the river where the alligators would eat her alive. Carolyn could hear Heather's voice in the background mumbling, as if her mouth was gagged. Josh quickly became a suspect in Heather's disappearance, the prime suspect, and police also thought the woman who was now 8 months pregnant with Josh's child, Amelia Carr, might know something about what happened to Heather. It was hard to imagine that she had killed Heather while she was 7 months pregnant, but it was too early to rule out any possibilities. Josh and Amelia were questioned at the Marion County Sheriff's Office. They were placed in rooms that were side by side. For the next couple of days, detectives interviewed them separately for hours over multiple sessions. They bounced back and forth between the two rooms, gathering information as they compared Josh and Amelia's stories.
She said she wanted to get the hell out of Dodge. Wanted me to keep kids, but when she gets it cleared up, she's coming home. And Heather always coming home. She always does. I've always taken her back, but this time I'm not taking her back.
At first, Amelia protected Josh and told the police that he would not hurt Heather.
Do you honestly, you think Josh is capable of doing something or would do something to her?
Honestly, no.
Why?
I really don't, because in 11 years of all the crap they've been through.
He's beat her ass in 11 years.
Yeah.
I have reports like this where he has threatened her. He's beat her ass, and he's pulled a gun on her and Benjamin. And that's what he went to jail for.
And that got tossed out.
You know why he got tossed out?
Why?
Because Josh's mom called Heather, threatening her. And Heather went and dropped charges. That's why that got tossed out.
As police grew more skeptical of Amelia's story, she backed away from her original narrative. She indicated that she knew more and asked for immunity as a trade-off for providing information. Her defense for everything she had done so far was that she feared what Josh might do to her if she did not comply with his wishes.
Legs.
Can you make sure nothing happens?
Sergeant Spike came to me and told me that you had some new information that you want to talk to me about. No one's promised you anything, correct? No one's coerced you in any way. This is all voluntary and your free will to talk to us. To me, correct? You understand that your rights still apply?
Yeah.
Okay. You can tell me the truth. From point A to Z. Okay. Tell me.
In earlier interviews, Amelia had denied knowing anything about Heather's disappearance, but then she changed her story.
The last week and a half, things have been really tense. And every time I mention going home to my mom, he would tell me, I wouldn't do that. You're not going to take her. You gotta take my kids from me. And I asked him, what are you talking about? And he told me, you don't want to come to what she did. And then Missy said she's in Mississippi. He goes, she's closer to D.C. And we kind of got into it. And that's when he told me that I don't know if he said he strangled or he choked her or whatever. But he said he did that and that he was in that trailer. Now see, what I don't understand is when he told me that he killed her, I don't know where, but I know he had her in my mom's back trailer is what he told me. She wouldn't come there willingly. There's no way that girl comes.
How he get into that trailer?
He doesn't lock. See, we store stuff back there. And the door, it doesn't lock. It doesn't even latch.
Which door?
The only one that we use, me and my mom, it's the closest one.
With only a wall separating Josh and Amelia at the police station, they could sometimes hear each other's raised voices. At one point, the interview room camera captured Josh with his head pressed against the wall, trying to hear what Amelia was telling detectives.
Some statements you have made. I'm telling you, if you want me to go down this road, it's not going to look pretty for you. You know, there's a lot of people that we're going to be talking to.
Oh, no.
Okay. And if there's something you need to tell me, this is the time to tell me right now.
Oh, I'm hoping you guys find her. I mean...
Well, we're going to find her. Find her with your help.
Because, I mean, it'd be...
With your help, we're going to find her. Okay? And I need you to understand that. I need your help.
And I'm here to help. I mean, we've got kids who need both parents.
If you know something, this is the time. This is our opportunity. Because you want to see that baby being born.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay? You don't want something to bite you in the behind if you know something.
No.
Okay?
On February 15th, the day that Heather disappeared, she finished her shift at the restaurant at 3 p.m. and arrived home a half an hour later. Jamie was there but left soon after. That was the last time he saw Heather. Josh told police that he picked up his kids at Heather's place later that day and took them to his mother's house. Then, that evening, around 8 p.m., he claimed he got a call from Heather asking him to bring $500 to her at the petrol station so she could leave town for a while. According to Josh, when he got there, she was waiting outside with a red-wheeled suitcase and a black duffel bag. She was wearing blue jeans and a gray t-shirt with a flag on it. But when police pulled video footage from the petrol station, Heather was nowhere to be seen.
Video. Of what? Of Heather. At that petrol. On that date. All day. All night.
A few days after Heather's disappearance, Jamie got a call from Josh. He said he was back together with Heather and that Jamie needed to move out, which he did the next day. Josh warned Jamie to never contact Heather again. Police still don't know if Heather had decided to leave town on her own or if something horrible had happened to her. As proof that her disappearance was voluntary, Josh showed detectives a letter his mother had typed up for him on the computer stating that Heather was giving her 2 children to him. He claimed it was Heather who signed it.
Why? She didn't handwrite a letter.
I don't know. When I was
Why she didn't
look better typed out.
Why did she handwrite a letter?
Look better typed out.
Huh?
Don't it look better when something's typed out instead of handwritten?
No, actually looks better when it's handwritten. If it's coming from a parent that says, I'm giving my child to Josh. I'm hauling ass out of town. I want him to have full custody of this child.
Well, I wish the hell I'd had her done that then. I honestly do. I wish the hell that's what I'd had her done.
Who signed her name on it?
She did.
Your mom signed it?
No. Heather signed her name.
You signed her name?
No. Heather signed her name.
Your sister signed her name?
No.
Did you know you got handwriting analysis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, did you threaten her to sign her name?
Man, come on now. This shit's not going too far.
Huh?
This is, no, I did not.
You wanted them kids. You didn't want her to have
No,
them
I'm going
kids.
to be honest with you, man.
You
I'm
didn't
having
want
had
her.
no.
You didn't want her. She was sitting up here telling you. She was telling you. She was going. You won't never see them
No,
kids.
she was not.
Mhm.
No, she wasn't.
Josh explained to the detectives that Heather believed there might be a warrant out for her arrest, so she wanted to skip town by herself until the heat died down. But everyone else who knew Heather insisted she would never abandon her children. Heather had taken off before to stay with family and friends in Mississippi, but she always brought her children with her. At first, Josh and Amelia vehemently denied any involvement in Heather's disappearance, but as law enforcement drilled down on their stories, the accounts provided by Josh and Amelia began to disintegrate. Amelia held out longer than Josh, but detectives picked apart her web of lies and started to suspect that she may have taken part in the murder.
All these things, and what do you think that you are guilty of then?
I know I'm guilty.
What do you think? It would be appropriate.
But I just wish that you would take into consideration that I was fucking scared.
Tell me what you think you're guilty of. I'm sorry? Of being a monster?
And helping a monster.
I didn't understand.
Helping him.
Oh, helping a monster.
Yeah, it's like it's some shit. And then when you see the look in someone's eyes, and you're terrified for yourself, because if you do that to her, what makes you think it's like...
The terror is gone when he goes to jail. He's in jail, and you're sitting there telling his sister that you're still trying to put it off on Jason and Jamie. You still, to this day,
Because that's what she
trying
wanted to hear.
That's not what she wanted to hear. She knew the truth. She wanted to hear the truth from you.
There was no evidence that Josh had ever been violent towards Amelia before, and she told police that he had never hurt her like he did Heather. But as the detectives started drilling down on her story and finding inconsistencies, she maintained that she only lied because she was scared that Josh would hurt her if she didn't.
Fear is not an issue with you.
What do you mean?
Fear has never been an issue with you. You have never been afraid of Josh before or after you guys took someone's life.
Afraid he might leave you.
No, I wasn't afraid of him leaving, because I left him. I left him.
Do you understand me? Fear was not an issue.
I was afraid to go against him.
Amelia didn't only throw Josh under the bus, she insinuated that Jamie Acom and his friend Jason Lotshaw might have been the ones who killed Heather. She pointed a finger at anyone who might take the focus off of her. Jamie and Jason were brought in for questioning, but Amelia's plan to pin the murder on Jamie backfired when he informed detectives that he had witnessed Amelia attack Heather in January when he was living at Heather's place.
Amelia had Heather's hair wrapped around her hand and like this and had the knife through her throat. Well, I told her, don't do that, whatever you're doing, you're tripping out, you overreacted. So they both calmed down. She told me to get Amelia and get her the hell out of her house.
Jason Lotshaw cooperated with detectives just as Jamie did. He told them his suspicions when it came to Amelia.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I've had a feeling the whole time since that girl came up missing that I had a feeling that Amelia had something to do with it.
Jamie and Jason had good reason to wonder about Amelia. In their interviews, they independently told police a chilling story. While driving together in a truck, she had offered them $500 to get Heather drunk and to bring her to Amelia. She told them that she wanted to snap her neck. They thought it was a joke and laughed it off.
If I'm looking at it like this, let a jury look at it like this. Where you guys are in a triangle.
Oh, that's a mess.
You guys are in a triangle. I don't know if y'all all had relationships together, but that's your business if you did. But I'm getting rumors that you guys did. I can care less. Okay? Huh? I can care less. But I'm telling you, right now you guys are in a triangle. And look where it's at. Okay? You got him leading both of you guys on. You got him loving her more than he loves you. And I'm just being honest. He wants her, she don't want him. He wants to take the kids, but he knows that's how. The only way he can financially support himself is having those kids. Because if she take the kids from him, he got to pay child support. Okay?
Oh, I know about
He took her credit cards. Did he tell you that?
I was under the impression that she left him because she was coming back. She's left and came back so many other times.
No.
Police immediately arrested Josh. They had him on fraud charges for using Heather's credit card, but they didn't have enough evidence to hold Amelia. That amplified tension between the pair, and the police used that discomfort to their advantage. Being questioned in an interview room made Josh Jones for a cigarette. Detectives would not let him smoke in the interview room. They thought they could parlay his craving to their advantage, so they offered to take him outside to smoke, and they kept a tape recorder running.
What did Amelia tell you? Did she get to go home?
Mm-hmm. Yes, she did.
How come she got to go home and I can't?
Maybe she was a little bit more honest. See how that works?
I'm going to tell you what this is what I was told. Right here. I was told she was gone to leave it alone. That's what I was told. That she's gone to leave it alone.
Detective Bowie confronted Amelia with the tape recording of Josh blaming her for the murder.
Hey, Trina.
See there? Your heart is about to jump out of your chest.
Because I was home at my mom's.
Your heart is about to jump out of your chest.
That pisses me off.
Okay. Don't do this to yourself.
But what?
Don't do
Okay.
this to yourself.
Ask my mom. I was home
Don't do
that
this to
night.
yourself.
What is he saying I did?
That you set it up.
Set what up though?
It was getting late and everyone involved in the investigation was exhausted. Detectives decided to start the process of arresting Josh to put him in jail for the night with the intention of starting their interviews again in the following morning. But to their astonishment, just as Detective Bowie began to gather Josh's belongings, he had a sudden change of heart.
Take me to jail.
That's where you want to go, my man.
That's where I want to go, man. I got no choice.
You know what?
I don't know what else to do.
Rush, you got the car.
You let me take that by my mom if I take you to it? We'll go right now.
You take me to where Heather is. I'll take your wallet to your mom.
You won't take me by and let me talk to mom?
You take me to Heather first.
And you take me by my mom?
That's a promise.
Let's go.
I
I want this shit off.
Yeah, I want this out.
Can we stop getting back a cigarette?
Yes, we will.
I'm getting this shit on my own, man.
Sergeant Spivey and Bowie scrambled to hit the road as fast as possible before Josh changed his mind. The three of them took off driving the 15 miles to Amelia's mother's home.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now, man. I didn't do this shit. I ain't had it done, but I know it was done.
Okay. And you're taking us to her. It's the right thing
Well,
to
I'm
do.
told she was.
It's the right thing to do, man.
That night, Josh led police to Heather's grave. Detective Bowie stuck a stick in the ground and he felt it give way. He knew Heather was down there. Early the next morning, investigators returned to tackle the gruesome task of digging Heather out of the ground. Her body was so decomposed that only her left thumbprint was recognizable. Police took Amelia back to the scene of the murder, hoping she would slip up and say something to implicate herself. The ramshackle trailer at the back of her mother's property was crammed full of junk.
Bathroom door. That's when I came in here. And I saw her on the chair. She was taped to it. I just kind of stopped for a minute. I didn't know what to think or what to do. And then I just went up to her and I was checking for pulse. She couldn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything. I just kind of looked at her. I started to cry. I didn't know what to do, what to think. I turned and I kind of started walking out. I saw her on the back steps and I cried.
On the fourth day of the investigation, Josh sent word from the jailhouse that he wanted to speak to the detectives again. It was Saturday, so they had to come into the police station in casual street clothes. Both detectives are skeptical because they're sick and tired of getting a runaround from Josh and Amelia. But this time, Josh was ready to talk. Being locked up in jail loosened his lips.
I tell Heather that we're going over to Amelia's house. I hold the door open, Heather goes in, I come in behind her. And I'm like, Heather, listen, I want you to sit down so we can talk. And she's like, hell no, I'm out of here. And that's about the time Amelia walked in the door, and that's when she really started getting loud. I tried to grab a hold to her. She jerked loose at me, so I let her go. She started down the hall, and that's when Amelia hit her in the head with that flashlight. That's when Heather came back. I called her. I set her up in that chair. And that's when Amelia got the duct tape. And she taped Heather around here to do that. And I taped the bottom of Heather's leg up.
The fuck is wrong with him?
We walked out the door. So I could go home and get the kid. When I talked to Amelia on the phone, she told me, she said, it's done. She told me what she did with Brett, taped around that. And held her nose for a little bit. And that's what choked her out.
You did hand motions to show how the bag went over her head and the tape went around her neck. You did hand motions. You know why you did that? That's memory.
That's what you saw.
That's memory.
You were there when she took her last breath. You were there when she died. Right or wrong?
That's right.
No. Right or wrong?
Right.
Josh tells the detectives that he and Amelia were in on this plot together. Their plan was to get Josh to lure Heather to Amelia's mom's property by asking her to be his lookout while he stole back $1,700 he had returned to Amelia, the money she had loaned him for his lawyer's bill.
Was she fighting him?
Well, she really couldn't, man. I'm going to ask her a little bitty self.
Your adrenaline was swollen.
And I just held her. And Amelia taped her. She told me, she said, I'll leave y'all alone. And Amelia said, well, you're here with him now. You got in the car with him tonight. And she told her, I promise, I'll leave y'all alone. Let me go.
And what did Amelia say to her?
I don't think she said nothing else to her at all. And when she put the bag over her head, she taped it around her neck to where it was solid on her. And she had her arm around her neck. She was trying to snap her neck. She had this hand right here was coming over her head, over her nose.
And where were you?
I was still sitting on her. And once I knew that Heather had got weak, I could tell she was getting weak because she was just like then nothing. She wasn't like that no more because the tape was over her mouth, trying to say something.
So she was mumbling at one point when the tape was over her mouth?
She was trying to say something. I don't know what. And then after I got up, because she wouldn't move it no more. I got up. When I got up, I guess I don't know whether it was nerves or what that made her legs push out, and the chair went back, and Amelia was still behind her with her hand around her. She done tried to snap her neck, she couldn't. She done tried it, she couldn't do it. But she had her hand over her nose, over that bag. And I heard her make like a gurgling noise in her throat or something.
Well, then after she died, you guys took the tape off of her.
And I pulled her down to the floor. Pulled her hair back over her face. Seen her eyes.
I know you know it's fucked up now. I know you know that.
I fucked around with her. She killed me.
Josh admitted that jealousy played a big part in his decision to kill Heather.
But when I first got her sent to chair, I had asked her a couple things. And that's really what got me. I went to jail on Tuesday. On Friday, that Friday night, me and Jamie went over there. And I guess Jamie and Heather was drinking or whatever. I don't know. That's what Amelia told me. And she said, her and Jamie had said it was 3 different times on the couch. And I asked Heather. And she told me, yeah. She came clean with me. And I said, 3 days after you put me in jail, you slept with somebody. She said, yeah. I lost it. I didn't care then.
When it was over and Heather had stopped breathing, they peeled the tape from her body and pulled the bag off her head. They stuffed her in a black duffel bag, the same one Josh had falsely claimed he saw Heather with at the gas station. It was too small for her body, so her head stuck out. Josh couldn't bear to look at the face, so they covered the head with a blanket they found in the trailer. They hid her under a table in the trailer until Josh could come back the next day after work to bury her. He does a lot of digging in his job as a landscaper, so he dug the grave in just about 20 minutes. They found a board from the property and laid that over the body before covering her with dirt. They grabbed some things they found around the yard and piled them on top of the grave as well, springs from a mattress, an orange chair, and the remnants of a television. After his confession to police, Josh seemed relieved, like a weight had been lifted off him. He asked the detectives if he could call his mother.
I need to talk to you, Mom. I want to talk to you. No, I don't need to talk to her like her, Mom. I'm guilty. No, I don't. I'm guilty. I done it, Mama. I didn't do it by myself. But I done it. I just got sick of it, Mama. I wanted my babies. I was just tired of her running off, keeping them from me. I was sick of it.
Josh had detailed the horrific murder of Heather Strong. Detectives had his story, but they still didn't have much evidence against Amelia. It was Josh's word against hers. Luckily, they received a call from Josh's sister, Michelle, on Monday afternoon. She was upset that Josh was going to go down for a murder that he and Amelia had committed together. Why should she walk free? Michelle agreed to let police place a recording device in her vehicle while she met with Amelia. Sergeants Bowie and Spidey watched Michelle pick up Amelia and followed them around to a park. Police waited on the other side of a building and listened to the conversation using a monitoring device. Amelia told Michelle that as long as Josh stayed quiet, they could pin the murder on Jamie and Jason because they were already being scrutinized by the police. Amelia justified it by saying they both needed to stay out of prison for the sake of their kids.
This is a mess, Amelia. I mean, it's breaking my heart. He shouldn't be in there. I'm telling you right now. I want the true story from you. You got to tell me the truth so I can help you. John. What did he tell you, Michelle? Please tell me your side. What did he tell you? And do you know you ever recorded phones? No. Please tell him to keep his mouth shut and to keep his head up because everything's going to be okay. I don't know when. But he's got to stop talking to them. So what is he going to do now? Because he confesses to this. I'm both for him. And both of their kids. So, tell me what happened that night because 3 heads are better than 2. Yeah. As hard as you think it is to give me details or that I can't handle it, it's what we're going to have to do so that we can get stories straight. When I got out there, he was talking to her. She tried to run for the door, and she knocked me down. He dragged her back, and he started to take her to a chair so she couldn't run. What happened next? He put the bag over her head. He tried to snap her neck. That didn't work. You did? Yeah. I was a freaking detective. Okay. Uh-oh. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, your mama told us you were up here.
Okay.
Can we talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
Amelia was transported back to the Marion County Sheriff's Office by the detectives. Almost a week after the first time they had interviewed Amelia, they decided to interrogate her again. And this time, they confront her with the secret surveillance recording from Michelle's car.
Today, you had a conversation with Josh's sister. That conversation was recorded. Oh. You, out of your own mouth, admitted to being there.
You used some of the words that I just used. I waited in the house for a few minutes, just like I was told. There was a recorder in her car. There was a microphone in her car, so we could listen to you. We didn't just stumble across that car. Okay? We heard everything. Now, let's go back to what I was just saying. You have shown no remorse. I'm not trying to be mean, but quite frankly, so far, you have shown that you're acting like a cold-hearted, hateful person who killed the mother of 2 children, okay?
I don't cry.
No, because you sit right here stone cold and stare in that man's face and lie to his face. After you told that girl today you tried to break her neck.
Remember that? Do you remember that? Remember those words? It came from whose mouth? But is that right, that you were there with Josh when Heather took her last breath? I can't hear you.
Detectives had finally cracked Amelia's shell of denial. She admitted that she was there when Heather died. Now it was time to coax her into demonstrating exactly what part she had played.
Show me where you were standing at. If I'm her sitting in this chair, show me where you were standing at.
Which time?
The first time.
The only time.
It's okay, I trust you. Come on.
Okay. When? How far back do you want me to go?
When you were standing behind her, trying
After she was taped, and I put the bag over her head, and he taped it, and I pulled the tape, and he taped it. I made a little attempt because I was scared and I was shaking, and I told him I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
How many times do you think you tried?
Once or twice, and I couldn't.
How many times do you
Twice.
think you tried?
Because I couldn't do it, and I told him I was shaking so bad. I said, "Josh, I can't do this." So then I stepped back,
Okay.
and he went around and he took care of
But
it.
you tried to snap her neck because you wanted it to be
Because I was
quick.
scared.
You wanted it to be quick.
Yeah, I didn't want,
You didn't want her to suffer, so you tried to break her neck.
and I couldn't do it because I was shaking so bad. So then I just stepped back, and he took over, and he held his hand over her nose and her mouth, so that she couldn't breathe.
Only you and him know exactly
Yeah, I
who
know.
did what, because one's pointing at the other one. But both of you guys were there, present, assisting each other when she took her life. Correct?
So even though I didn't kill him, we were charged with the same thing as him.
Exactly.
You don't think you deserve that?
No, because I didn't kill him. I really didn't.
What was she saying to you?
Right.
What was she saying?
He had taped her mouth.
What was she saying before her mouth was taped?
Was there a reason she asked you not to do that to her?
Sure.
What did she say to you?
Did she ever give a reason why she didn't want to be taped up or held down?
She was claustrophobic. And his comment to her was, I was claustrophobic and you had me sit in American jail for 39 effing days away from my kids. That was his comment to her.
Yeah, that's something Josh didn't tell us.
Josh and Amelia each had their own motivations for killing Heather Strong. Josh was sick of Heather leaving him, canoodling with other men and threatening to take away his children, and he was angry that her police complaint had landed him in jail, costing him money and his freedom. Amelia was about to give birth to Josh's baby, and although she denied it, detectives believed she was resentful that Josh preferred Heather over her. Both killers tried to assign the most horrific actions they inflicted on Heather to each other, but they were both acting in tandem, so in the eyes of the law, they are equally responsible for her death. Amelia's trial happened first. The state sought the death penalty. In late 2010, she was convicted of first-degree murder and kidnapping. A jury voted for the death sentence. Amelia's family members tried to save her by testifying during the penalty phase of the trial about her past trauma that she had suffered. They divulged that she had been sexually abused by her grandfather and father starting at age 4. In 2004, Amelia's father was sentenced to 48 months in prison for attempting to hire a hitman on his wife and 2 of his daughters, including Amelia, to prevent them from testifying against him. But the jury was not moved by Amelia's troubled past. They voted 7-5 to put her to death by lethal injection. A judge accepted that decision, and she was sent to death row at the Lowell Correctional Institute in Ocala. The state of Florida was also seeking the death penalty for Josh. His case went on trial in 2012. He was convicted of kidnapping and first-degree murder. Even though Amelia and Josh killed Heather together, Josh's jury was more lenient. They voted 8-4 to sentence him to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Although Amelia had callously taken a life, she didn't want to lose hers. She and her lawyers fought hard for years to get the death sentence overturned. In 2017, she was resentenced to life without the possibility of parole after a 2016 Florida Supreme Court ruling that required a jury to be unanimous when recommending death for a judge to consider imposing the death sentence. 4 months after killing Heather, Josh wrote a letter to Heather's mother, Carolyn Spence, asking her to take care of his kids. He talked about the trauma that they would endure in their lives. He said that he still loved Heather and that he had hoped to get the death penalty for murdering her. While the police were investigating this case, he tried to hang himself in jail when his kids were taken into state custody. There is an unfortunate and unsettling note to the end of this story. Donald Bowie, the police officer who took the lead in interviewing Heather's killers, was known for being a tenacious cop who had a knack for getting into suspects' heads. But a decade later, he faced his own legal troubles. In 2019, Bowie pled guilty to committing domestic violence against a woman. He had inflicted both battery and strangulation on the victim. Home security videos supported the woman's allegations. He was sentenced to 5 years of probation and ordered not to have any contact with the victim. He was required to complete a batterer's intervention program and counseling sessions. He was also forced to forfeit his law enforcement certifications.
Thank you for watching.
My bad. That I said that dude had the hairline of the Black Power Ranger. But I'm doing something new tonight, man. We gonna do crime talk tonight, as y'all seen in the thumbnail, and as y'all see in the chat. I got the link. So if y'all want to come up and talk crime, I would hope that you ain't finna tell no crime you currently done that you can go down for. Maybe one that you witnessed or that you was a part of. If you want to share, you know what I'm saying, just let me know. We gonna try to do it between videos. So you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to come up, you gotta let me know you want to come up first. You gotta put that in the chat, and then I'll see you, and then I'll bring you up. Otherwise, we just gonna keep it rolling because I got another one for y'all too. This one is like the women of crime. It say this person took the police on a high-speed chase and didn't know it was gonna turn out that way. All right, y'all, let's go. Let me know if y'all want to be on some crime. Let me know. Put it in the chat. Super chat it if you want to come up on some crime.
Officers with the Santa Fe Police Department received a call about a woman who was carjacked and kidnapped at knife point. Officers initiated the pursuit, but no one could have prepared them for the horror that followed.
They're making a left turn. They're headed southbound. And they're headed back up to King Mike's now. They're going back eastbound on St. Mike's, passing Pacheco. Swerving in and out of traffic. 254, go ahead, I got Tom. Let's just make sure that the third officer goes to get 49, please. Meanwhile, you guys stay on it, please. Santa Fe, notify the SON and please. So eastbound, speed about 63, and we're passing both off. Now turning on west, via west.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Just turn on Royal Tribunal. We are now headed back northeast, over I-25, continue over I-25, and just be flipping around now, and we're going to be oncoming traffic. We're going to be oncoming traffic going over I-25. Now he's headed on to I-25, wrong direction, and he's going to be headed on to the front road.
Yeah, female approach a calling party said that there was a male in her car with a knife that wouldn't get out. Female got back in the car, they both just the whole female and male that should be in that car. She was screaming to call the police, but they still left the car.
Yeah, we're still currently headed southbound up the lane, and we are headed on to the left exit tonight.
Okay, that's coming up exit tonight.
Speeds are heading 7. Light traffic at 1.
Major, just confirm you're looking through our direction for me.
headed south on I-25 in the northbound lane.
And he just turned around. We are now moving back, headed back onto
I-25. And now we're headed back into Santa Fe.
Copy. If we have to hit us, then also I would see if we can get some flex. So we're again headed in the opposite lane of travel. So we're traveling north and southbound traffic. Copy. Hey, we have to hit. Let's see if we can't start slowing traffic down that's coming the opposite direction against them.
Speeds are 90, light traffic.
Trying to get back to exit 284.
Light traffic, speed still at 90.
Oh!
Moments after the crash, the suspect sideswipes a truck.
Just wrecked out. Swipe the truck.
He's slowing down, going to the left.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car right now!
Myself and another unit just got into a head-on collision here.
Let me see your hands! Walk to me! Where is he? Where is he? Walk back to me! Walk back to me now!
How you guys for? I got the female coming back to me right now.
Probably one outstanding in the car.
Come back to me. Let me see your hands.
19, I'm 10-4. I'm going to check on the other unit.
Come back. Where is he? What is he? Is he in the car?
No, he went that way.
Come here. Get down. Let me check you. Get in the car.
Okay. Oh, God, help me.
Get in the car. Get in the car. Let me see. I need to check you. I need to check you for weapons.
Okay.
Where's he at? Who is it?
His name is Mark. He's my boyfriend.
Does he have any weapons?
Yes, he
What
does.
does he have?
He has a gun.
Where's he at?
He
ran?
Yes, he did.
Okay, stand by. So I have the victim right now in the back of my car. She's saying it's her boyfriend. I don't know the name yet. He's got 1080 with a gun. Went into these bushes right here.
Okay, let's get some clarification on exactly where we're at, and we need to establish a perimeter on that, please.
Okay, what is his name?
His name is Mark.
Mark what?
Okay.
Where, he ran off or what?
Yes, he did.
Are you sure he's not in the vehicle?
I'm sure, sir.
You're positive?
I'm positive, sir. He hit me, and he ran.
Okay. We need to clear this vehicle as well. I don't know if there's anybody else in here.
Oh, he was gonna burn me.
Did he stab you at all? Did he hurt you at all?
I don't know.
Okay, what kind of gun does he have?
He had a knife to me, too.
He has a gun or no?
A gun and a knife.
Okay. What's his last name?
Hello, Santa Fe 911.
Hey, this is 319. I need a 55.
Okay, where are you?
I was involved in that pursuit.
And the northbound lane, question mark. We have the suspect flashed at DOT.
He went this way or what?
I don't know.
Somebody try to get
it. He hit me.
Okay, any units that are coming up, what I want you guys to do is start diverting I-25 down, I-25 northbound traffic off of the highway.
When did he get out of the car? Were you driving?
No.
I know, it's take a breath. We're trying to help you get information.
I was not driving. He got out.
He was driving?
And he said that he was going to kill me and light me on fire. There's gas in the car. Yes. Tell him be careful. There's gas in there.
I think I'm okay.
Hold on 1 second, okay? Give me 1 second. I'm going to get you over to a medical dispatcher. That way we can take all your information.
Okay, somebody's saying that the suspect is a Mark, no date of birth. Apparently there's gas and fire in the car. I didn't see anybody exit besides her, so he may still be in the vehicle. You can see inside the vehicle, but all the airbags deployed. I can't see if there's a driver in there.
What's he wearing?
Okay, yeah, let's see.
What's he wearing?
I want to know if anybody has any information.
He's wearing a red shirt and another black jacket.
A red shirt and a black jacket?
And dark jeans.
Dark jeans, any hat, anything like that?
He had a black hat.
Red shirt, black hat, jeans, and a black jacket.
Oh, God.
Do you need a medic? Yes? Did he stab you or shoot you at all anywhere?
I don't know.
Did he hit you?
He had a knife. Yes, he hit me. He hit me. He was holding me.
Is that blood on your jeans? We're gonna get a medic stage for you, okay? We gotta figure out what's going on right now, okay? Just stay calm. I know it's hard right now, but we're here for you, okay? She's with me. We need to get her out of here, man. You wanna get her? Okay, hey, I'm gonna come around.
Hey, man, come out for me. Come out this side. You're okay? Come on. We just want to get you out of here, okay?
You're safe. We got you.
Do me a favor. I'm going to pull up. Just stay right back here by the tire, right here, okay? I'm going to pull up.
Hey, Josh, do we have a location on when the crash happened as far as if anybody got out or not?
Right now, I always saw the chick run. The guys are on her as this, pretty quick on her. Nothing on anyone running out. Zero. 322 is going to take her victim and get her immediate medical attention.
Get out of here! It's not safe! Go!
But if we do come down to an approach, if we do come to that, it's gonna be a vehicle approach. And I recommend 2 vehicles. Mine could be one. This vehicle, one. This one. You don't need to use too much smash windows and stuff. If it comes to that.
It did look like she might have gotten out of the driver's seat, but again, I didn't see it fully. She advised she wasn't driving though, that he wasn't.
I'm sorry, can you 10-9 that again?
Let me get my rifle.
We have the girl.
Oh, so it's just him in there?
It's just him in there.
Oh my god. Where is this at?
You guys have the chick, right?
Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna get some officers over there. Can I get any of you guys to break somebody? Somebody says just north of us there's a 10-7 officer. I don't know what's going on over there. I see, and then...
I don't know exactly what I'm... I'm here.
Give me a second.
This guy is probably hurt the worst right now, and your officer is complaining of chest pain. These guys are helping me just with kind of first aid stuff, but I'm sorry guys, I'm really sorry. I was coming from Las Vegas and he was 10-7. Okay.
About that 10-7?
So when the officers were pursuing, there was a collision involving one of our officers. Okay. 2 officers were there. One guy got out. He said we just were involved in a head-on collision. The officer that I was able to raise on the radio told me that he was 10-4 was checking on the other officer. We got a secondary call. From a female who said that she's out with a 10-7 officer. Okay. So right now I have a sergeant that's over there along with those guys. Our attack team is responding.
Okay.
Is water, brother?
I think if we'd like to get that shut down, if we get involved in something here.
If you guys saw anything, wait off to the side.
Yeah, the cavalry coming. Start coordinating where you need everybody at.
I found it with a little bit of pulse noise.
You're in the crossfire right now? Anyone in the vehicle? You might be hurt. Might need medical attention. You might want someone to talk to. You might be overwhelmed. That being said, let us know you're in there to assist in all those issues you might have.
Sorry for your loss, man.
She ran out fast?
She like rolled out from what I saw, but she came out the other side. Driver's side. But she said she wasn't driving. I relayed that, but I don't know, man.
An officer, didn't get it, and then this guy, he was doing okay, and then now he's gone, breathing. Do you have any new vehicles? No vehicles? Who's driving that?
Money. Yeah. Check to see if you have a pulse on it.
I didn't see him exit, man. I was right behind him. So either he's 10-7 or he's in there.
Hey, if you see anything on the news, I'm okay? But I gotta go, okay? Love you.
She didn't get stabbed or anything, but he threatened to light her on fire and stab her. He said he has a gun and a knife, but I didn't see any blood. She said she doesn't know she got stabbed.
Hey. One of the officers went 10-7. Oh my god. We don't know. There's been no movement inside of the car. We're just holding perimeter on it, waiting for TAC to get here. Okay, thank you. Hey, let's see.
Right back today, my SWAT team. We're going to get the Bearcat over here, and then we'll probably have to start using PD units.
See anything okay? So soon enough, we're probably going to relieve them, and then we're going to need to regain all of our people out too. Because we gotta. So as soon as everybody gets here.
The situation as a head-on crash. Nobody made any phone calls and any contacts to the VA. Radio silence on that piece.
You guys can just slowly start.
Okay. Hey, Sarge. So, I would imagine you guys are probably going to end up handling that stuff up there. Is that correct?
What's going on up there?
There's a 10-7 officer.
What happened?
A motor vehicle collision during the pursuit. So that's going to have to probably be handled by you guys. The SO just got here. They're bringing their TAC team too. And eventually we're going to have to start, if you guys can handle that, obviously we're going to have to start relieving you guys and replacing you with incoming TAC guys. And then probably pulling all of our people out for now.
Okay. So this explains to me. So the initial call, if I remember right, was a kidnapping where the woman got it back in the car, made herself a victim, and stayed with the guy, right? We had no information. What I'm getting at is we had no information beforehand that they were boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay.
Not that I know.
No, it said that somebody had, at knife point. She screamed, "Get the
Call
cops."
the police. So that's why I authorized the pursuit.
They want Guerrero to go back to Illinois South.
He's not here.
Is that here today?
Yeah, he's not here.
Okay. I thought he showed up. They're like that. Yeah. No. So I just checked on ADL. She's in the bad way now.
You okay?
I wasn't there, but I'm pretty. He's right where
You're able to make it through this one?
we don't know if this guy bailed.
Okay, guys, your cat's here.
They were bringing it down the shoulder.
Hey, hit it from here. It won't glance.
You're right. I can authorize it. It's all right, bro. It was a good pursuit. It's a good pursuit. I told you to continue. It's okay. It's a good pursuit. Done.
We don't know if the subject to the vehicle.
All right, okay. All right. The information we had is a solid pursuit. We didn't do anything wrong.
If we could get look up here, I want him at the.
Take a minute, bro. Take a What do I need to do? Right now, you just need to chill out. I have incident command anyway.
Beam back, beam back.
Just
back. He's keeping a span on all this up with the gun.
okay. So, take a minute. You're not hurt, nothing like that. No. Let's go back to incident command. I got this. SWAT. You guys got this out, right? I got this.
SWAT's activated. Activate the vehicle. It's gonna be a long day.
Beam back, beam back, beam back, beam back, beam back.
You don't want them to have this guy. Also, lots of them.
No, it's not.
What do I do about my report today?
Okay. You don't worry about a damn thing today, okay? Or no one's gonna worry about a thing today, okay?
The officer's going to do us a huge favor. He's going to put it in the emergency management truck. APC guys get him out of here and keep him to 81.
Okay.
What I'm trying to figure out is how did they land up ahead?
I have no idea.
Well, the only thing I can think of is the crash happened and the suspects started driving back this way because that car is facing this way.
I have a bunch of random, as you can imagine, a lot going on. I think it was wrong way traffic. That's what it was.
He was driving the wrong way on St. Francis and everything else, right?
Yeah, he was back and forth wrong way and right way in town.
You heard, right? Duran is dead. Robert Duran is dead. I have no idea. One of the new laterals, Matano, the older one, I think. But if you can just start getting, I don't care what you get, like just get stuff for these guys. Some of these guys, like we have 3 that witnessed the stuff. They're going back to the 81. If you can get them something hot right now, or I don't know what, and then we can deal with, I don't know, granola bars and stuff for patrol and everyone out here because we still have a suspect outstanding. Do you want to do this?
The lieutenant's next to here. He's in it. No, I'll be okay. I'm not doing anything right now. I want to help.
So you're gonna have to just call.
Okay, sure.
I don't know if we have this anymore, but today's Ash Wednesday and these guys are really religious. Do we have that available? Please search up. Let's see if someone will donate their services to us.
Hugo just called me. They're getting the bird up in the air, headed this way in case somebody did free on foot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay. But I was calling to see. I'm sorry, Jenna. I'm trying to get through this. We have 2 scenes. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. There's one scene and it's still active because one is outstanding. So, okay. So have Eric or whoever, when they're ready to bring food out to one of the scenes, let me know, okay? So I can guide them in.
State police is sending tactical guys out here. Helicopter.
So everyone's clear. Whenever we get Essel's Bearcat, we're going to back up this one, probably about 15, 20 feet. We'll stay on the passenger side of it, and then walking with it as hard cover, we're going to put it into the butt of our suspect car over there. Shake up the car a little bit with the Bearcat, see if we get stimulus.
I can't hear him. I can't hear him.
Bearcat's here.
You're at the station.
Probably, but he could at least give Duran last ride since he's here. Let's do that before we move him.
You all split up for it?
For the most part. Some about pursuing car crash, guy had a gun. That's been that for possibly in the car.
286, 177.
Cool.
You got a red 286, 177. Good accident. You got 95. Don't face the wrong way.
What? Really?
Yeah.
You're lying.
Are you serious? What? Oh! Hey. Hold up. Yeah, give me a minute. All right. What? You need to sub out there. No, you're talking about that Julian. You're talking about the full bill. No, actually, the full bill is 6. Go to the station.
No, you can't go to the station. You're good? No, go to the station. You can't go to the station. I know you want to be here. You can't go to the station. Okay. Let's go. I want to.
If nobody's in the car, we're gonna wait for the bird to come.
They should be on their way now.
And we're gonna start doing an open area search. Okay. With your 3 dogs, straight up.
No, you want to be here. I need your head in it, okay? And I'm not saying you're not going to be, but I need your head to be where you want it to be right now, and this is not it.
Who with me?
Can you get him to the station, please?
Sounds like it was the rat. Bill was also involved.
Oh, that's why they kicked Tornado out of here. I'm probably doing too. I'm not gonna break it. What are you? Oh, I did break it. There you go.
Yo, mount it. Anything? Anything?
Anything from the turret? You just got him down.
No contact.
The airbags are going to be in the way.
Can't see through the airbag.
No, no.
She was confused. She was listening to the radio. She was like, I don't know, talking about the wrong market food.
Copy. That's a chappy. Yeah. They're all freaked out. No, that's why I said you're on the radio. It's a chaplain. You're doing the right wording.
Are you going to quit that?
When I die, I guess.
You know, I don't want to hear
I
all
know,
of
that's
this.
like, I'll run he'll smoke a cigarette before you run.
Cop talk. What the happened at the end? God damn. I don't want to hear all that bullshit.
Can you tell?
Come on, let's do this. Okay, god damn. I'm sorry, y'all, but I ain't got time for all that bullshit. Like, let's get to the action.
So then he called, and then they took off. And then
she was the driver.
That's what the caller said. And the caller said he didn't see a knife or anything. He saw something black, like the diameter of like a broomstick, but he can't like see.
Oh man, if this was like a Code 20 gone bad, even worse, it's going to be a simple assault. A simple assault. Execute this thing.
As the multitude of law enforcement teams continued to search the area for Mark, investigators combed through surveillance video from where the initial 911 call took place and found no evidence of a kidnapping.
We have to eliminate the two. If not, all we have is the hood of the car and it driving out.
Meanwhile, back at the police station, the victim, Jeanine Jaramillo, recounted her side of the story.
He was trying to take out the knife on me again, and I thought he was going to stab me, and he stabbed the car.
Where did he stab the car?
He stabbed the car on, he went around the car, he went out the car and got around to my side. He opened the door, he was like, oh, good, try to choke me. He was choking me, he was choking me, and telling me that he was going to kill me, and then he moved off me and he got the knife. I went to the driver's side, and I jumped over to the driver's side, and he got into the passenger side, and then that's when he tried to, I thought he was going to kill me at that point, because he put the knife right into the door of the driver's side. Yeah.
Do you remember going the wrong way on the highway?
No.
Investigators later found a previous incident in Cibola County 7 months prior, where Jaramillo drove a stolen blue car through a fence. She escaped in a pursuit exceeding 100 miles per hour and was later questioned by officers at her home.
And he ran the other way.
Ran what other way?
Like, the car, he ran to the left-hand side.
Where's he at?
He went running.
He ran?
Yes, he did.
What's he wearing?
He's wearing a red shirt also, with black jeans.
What's he wearing?
He's wearing a red shirt and another black jacket.
A red shirt and a black jacket?
And dark jeans.
According to the New Mexico Department of Public Safety, investigators learned that the Chevy Malibu was reported stolen 2 days prior, and the key fob to the vehicle was found in the back seat of the police vehicle she was placed in after the crash. Data from the vehicle's computer showed only the driver's seat was occupied at the time of the crash, indicating there was never a second person in the vehicle. DNA from the driver's side airbag also matched Jaramillo's DNA profile. New Mexico State Police arrested Jaramillo on March 5, 2022, and charged her with 2 counts of first-degree murder, great bodily injury by vehicle, receiving a stolen vehicle, aggravated fleeing a law enforcement officer, making a false report, and reckless driving. Her case went to trial where she pleaded not guilty, and on December 12, 2024, the jury returned their verdict.
We find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree as charged in count 2.
I'd like to say I'm sorry to the family with all my heart. If I could take back that day, I would. I made bad choices. I was on drugs and I was drinking, but I also have my family that I'm hurting. Putting me away many years, I'm not going to bring them back. But I would never, ever plan on hurting anybody. Much less killing anybody. God knows what's in my heart.
Plenty of times he considered leaving and pursuing a different career, but he always went back because of the days he was able to help someone, to save someone, like he was trying to do for Janine Jaramillo. I do not want any of the families to be devastated by Ms. Jaramillo's selfish and reckless behavior. For that reason, I would ask you to consider the maximum sentence in this case. Not out of a place for anger and hate. There's no room in my heart for those emotions. I ask for the protection of others, as that was the driving force behind my husband's desire to become a police officer.
Jaramillo was sentenced to life in prison for each count of first-degree murder for a total of 60 years. She has appealed her convictions, though in all likelihood she will spend the rest of her life behind bars.
Thank you for watching.
Damn.
If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us.
That was a plot twist. I never saw that coming. I can tell you that for sure. All right, we're going to keep it right on rolling. This one say a Florida woman zips her husband up into a suitcase. I think I remember this one before. But I don't know all the details of the crime, but I remember this story because I think I covered it.
The night of February 23rd, 2020, Sarah Boone and her boyfriend, George Torres Jr., were at their home in Orange County, Florida. At first, it looked like an ordinary night between two people spending time together, but as the evening went on, everything began to change. By then, they had drifted into a playful, drunken mood, the kind where bad ideas start to feel funny. Sarah claimed that George climbed into the blue suitcase willingly. He was small enough to fit inside, just 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing about 103 pounds. They laughed about it. To them, in that moment, it seemed like part of the game. Then she zipped the suitcase closed, and somewhere between one thing and the next, Sarah went upstairs and fell asleep. The next morning, she came back downstairs and noticed that George was still inside the suitcase. He was unresponsive. She called her ex-husband, Brian Boone, and he told her to call 911, but her first reaction was to hesitate. Keep that in mind. That hesitation will matter more than she knows. At 1:01 in the afternoon on February 24th, Sarah Boone finally called 911, which you just heard. Responding deputies arrived at the apartment and started asking questions.
What's going on? I just got here, so fill me in. No problem. Like, you and I are putting a puzzle together. We've been doing some art right together. You are putting a puzzle together? Yes, we have a puzzle that we started in there. Okay. We've been doing art, trying to take stuff off the wall to make new art put up there, like having a good time with one another. But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night. Okay. So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right? Okay. So he gets in the suitcase. Okay. Who is this guy? That's my ex-husband. He lives here with you guys? No. I called him over here. Okay. Okay. I didn't know what to do. Okay. I didn't know what to do. Okay. So then he came over here. Here, let's talk inside. Okay. I called you guys. I tried giving you the problem is, I fell asleep. I fell asleep. When did you do CPR? This morning. When I found it. Before you called? Yes. It's 1 o'clock right now. I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. That's when I found him. I took him out. I tried doing CPR, and then I called him, and then I told you guys. I had a bottle of wine, and then decided to play hide and seek. So what time was that? Do you remember? I mean, I know that I was in bed probably by like what, 12:30. Okay. Well, I went upstairs at least, and I fell asleep, forgetting that he was in the suitcase. You guys were playing the hide and go. Yes. And at some point, you put him in the suitcase. No, he got in the suitcase. So he thought it'd be funny to be put in the suitcase. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna joke with you, and I'll zip you up and make him, squirm a little bit, whatever it is. But then I fell asleep. I fell asleep. Where was the suitcase? Right where it is. Right down there. Yes. You zipped him in there. Yes. Thought it would be funny a little bit. It was. We both were laughing about it, and then I fell asleep. Where did you fall asleep at? Upstairs. In your bedroom? Yes. Okay. Totally forgetting that he was in the suitcase still. Okay. You came back downstairs? This morning? Or around, yes, when I got up. What time? 12:30ish. I was awake, but I totally forgot that he was in the suitcase. He can tell you there's a lot of things that we have been like all that good stuff. So I just totally forgot. You began to do CPR on him? Yes. Yes. About what time this morning did you start doing that CPR? No, it was the afternoon. It was afternoon because I was awake, but then I finally decided to come downstairs at like 12:30ish, whatever it is, and I was like, I forgot he was in the suitcase and he wasn't moving, nothing was happening, so I unzipped him, took him out and started doing CPR on him.
Boone repeated the hide-and-seek story. She was cooperative. She handed over her phone to forensic investigators without hesitation. And that, right there, was the moment the story began to fall apart. Investigators sitting with Sarah Boone's phone found 2 videos she had recorded the night before. Videos she claimed to have no memory of when detectives confronted her the following day. Both were on a phone only she had access to, and both captured exactly what was happening in that living room during the hours Sarah said she was upstairs, falling asleep. In the first video, the suitcase is lying on the living room floor, shaking from the inside. George's voice can be heard through the fabric.
Sarah. For everything you've done to me. Sarah. For everything you've done to me. Sarah. F you. Sarah. F you. Sarah. Stupid. Sarah. That's my name. Don't wear it up. Sarah. I can't breathe, babe. Seriously. Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me. Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe. That's on you. Sarah, I can't breathe. It's on you. Sarah. Real ransom. Now you want to give video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Real ransom.
Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you drink on me.
Sarah.
You.
Can't breathe, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut the fuck up.
At one point in the recordings, George tells Sarah he loves her. Her response was, "Yes, that's what you do. You shake me." Remember that. The second video shows the suitcase has been moved. It is now flipped to a different position on the other side of the living room. George is still inside, still pleading for his life.
Sarah.
After recording those videos, Sarah went upstairs and went to sleep. By that point, investigators no longer believed this was just a drunken game of hide and seek that ended in tragedy. The evidence was beginning to point towards something intentional, something staged. But what made the case even more complicated was the history between Sarah Boone and George Torres. Sarah was 42. George was also 42. By the time they found each other, both of them were already deep in a years-long struggle with alcohol. Their relationship revolved around codependency, explosive arguments that never truly ended, and breakups that never seemed to last. There had been multiple documented incidents of abuse throughout the relationship. Sarah had called police on George several times, leading to 4 separate arrests. Yet each time, she bailed him out of jail herself. Then, in 2018, the roles were reversed. Sarah Boone was arrested and charged with battery by strangulation. The charge was eventually dropped, but it remained part of the history between them. The relationship had clearly become toxic long before George died inside that suitcase. The real question investigators still needed to answer was whether Sarah Boone had acted in self-defense, but the videos on her phone made that argument much harder to believe. On the morning of February 25th, 2020, less than 24 hours after George Torres Jr. took his final breath on the floor of their apartment, the autopsy came back with findings that were impossible to explain away as an accident from a drunken game. The medical examiner found contusions on his forehead, bruising on his shoulder, multiple scratches across his neck and back, injuries consistent with blunt force trauma. He also had a busted lip. None of those injuries matched the story of a man who willingly climbed into a suitcase and peacefully fell asleep inside it. Instead, the injuries suggested something far more violent. Investigators believed the suitcase had been struck, possibly with a bat, while George was still trapped inside. The medical examiner ruled the death a homicide by positional asphyxiation. George Torres Jr. had suffocated. His body had been folded inside a closed space for hours. As that suitcase ran out of breathable air, George ran out of time. Sarah drove herself to the Orange County Sheriff's Office. She came voluntarily, unaware of what detectives had already found. Detective Scott Lowen and his partner brought her into an interview room and read her Miranda rights. Sarah waved them and agreed to speak.
All I'm saying, y'all, is how the hell he didn't break up out that suitcase? I would have busted them zippers so fast. How did he didn't get out that suitcase?
It would become the first of several decisions she made that day that she could never undo. Sarah, while being interrogated at the police station, maintained her innocence. She kept repeating the same story over and over again, describing everything as a drunken game that spiraled out of control. What she still did not realize was that the most damaging evidence against her had already been recovered from her own phone. Evidence that contradicted nearly everything she was saying.
Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship? Mm-hmm. When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay. So it was just kind of like that prop was there, and it was there,
yes,
and it was in play because...
Why do you say it like that, though?
I would never do that.
You would never zip them up in a suitcase?
I mean, we were playing.
No, I know,
that time, but
I'm saying, well, I'm talking about hide and seek, which is a game. Have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not? But obviously, no. I understand, you know, you're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter. You were laughing, he was laughing. But what I'm just asking is in the past, like, is it something that you guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We were actually this last game running out of places to hide because we have a townhome where it's upstairs or downstairs.
The detectives could see Sarah was still clinging to the same story, that everything had been a joke gone too far.
What?
So they turned the conversation toward her phone.
Do you remember making any videos or maybe having any any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
No.
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. But your phone is password protected, you have the password, he has the facial recognition, so it's not like someone else could be on your phone.
No, I have both.
But you have the face and the password?
Yes.
Yeah, but he only has the face, correct?
No.
To be able to get onto your phone, you told me that he looks at the phone.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking if I did. Yes, it's me.
Okay. Does he have access to your phone? Because you said it's your phone. Okay, how does he have access?
Sarah, can I buy your phone? Yeah, it's right there on the kitchen counter.
Okay, but how does he get into it because it's password protected?
He'll come and get it to me and I'll just do the face thing. Where sometimes too, like, he'll joke with me and say, okay, I need to borrow your phone. And he'll hold it while I'm cooking or doing something, do the facial recognition.
Okay, so he doesn't know the password and he doesn't have the facial recognition. No. He is the only other person that would use your phone, I'm assuming.
Lucas.
Right. But Lucas wasn't there Sunday. Right. To your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I maybe took a picture of them, the two of Tess and
the dogs.
And George and them dancing, but I mean, or it's just Tess.
Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found.
Sarah is about to come face to face with the evidence that would destroy her version of events. The hide and seek explanation she had been hiding behind was seconds away from falling apart, and the moment detectives showed her the videos, her story began to change.
Is it long? Because I don't know how much I can take. Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it. That's okay.
Well, it's on your phone. You can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
I don't want to watch it, please.
The table quickly turned, but Sarah persisted. It was not intentional.
I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end it sounds kind of like a...
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you.
It's not malicious.
Then what is that?
What does mean to you?
I get called everything but a white woman, so
Okay.
my intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him in there.
But you went upstairs thinking that he could get himself out, but the video shows at no point can I see his fingers.
He'll be out here any minute.
And then 30 minutes later, he didn't show.
And he's telling you.
And I
he
stand
can't
by
breathe.
that.
Do you think
He's not
he's
able to
joking? You told me he was laughing, and
We were before.
The video, there's no.
When we first got in there, both of us were.
So how long was he in there for? Like, this video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to you recording this?
No.
So it goes from funny to no longer funny,
But
you're the only one laughing.
But I didn't think that he was, like, panicky. Like,
So pushing up on a suitcase saying, Sarah, 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 I can't breathe.
George has done that in the past before, too, where it's just like he thinks that he's woe is me kind of thing, where it's like,
He's never been locked in a suitcase, that's why he couldn't get out. So
it's kind of, I thought it was
You know, the
like
oxygen.
crying wolf kind of thing.
Okay.
And again, my plan.
But nowhere in there is he laughing, is he joking. He is begging. And you're the only one laughing.
Okay.
And you're the only one saying derogatory comments. Like you're mad.
No. Please don't, I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but like it's like you guys are kind of trying to like feed me. Like,
no, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
Well, I know what.
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
No.
Why don't you remember making the video?
Probably because we had been drinking.
But she cannot explain away what is right there on the recording. Her voice, her words, her ladder. While the man she says she loved was suffocating 12 inches from where she was standing. By the end of the interrogation, detectives had everything they needed. Sarah Boone was placed under arrest for second-degree murder. Bond was set at no bond, and she was booked into the Orange County Jail. Just hours earlier, she had walked into that same building believing she would walk back out. But Sarah Boone's journey from arrest to trial would become just as chaotic as the case itself. She was arrested on February 25th, 2020, the day after calling 911, and remained held without bail. What followed was nearly 4 years of legal chaos that tested the patience of judges, attorneys, and the Florida court system itself. Over those 4 years, Sarah went through 13 attorneys in total, 9 during the trial phase and 4 more during appeals. 7 of the original attorneys were court-appointed public defenders who eventually withdrew from the case. One lawyer stepped away after allegedly enduring repeated verbal abuse from Boone. Others cited impossible working conditions and a complete breakdown in communication. Eventually, Judge Michael Kranick ruled that Sarah Boone had forfeited her right to court-appointed counsel altogether. Now sitting in a jail cell without a lawyer, Boone did something that immediately grabbed national attention. She created a handwritten advertisement, almost like a wanted poster, searching for an attorney willing to take her case. And somehow, it worked. A 9th attorney, James Owens, saw the ad and agreed to represent her. But before the trial could even begin, prosecutors offered Boone a deal. 15 years in prison in exchange for pleading guilty to manslaughter. She turned it down. Boone believed the jury would believe her version of events. She believed the battered spouse defense would save her. And more than anything, she believed she was going home. What the defense failed to fully grasp was just how devastating those 2 videos would be once they were played inside a courtroom for 6 jurors who had never heard George Torres' voice before. The trial began on October 14th, 2024, in Orange County, Florida, with opening statements starting 4 days later on October 18th. Assistant State Attorney William J. stood before the jury and told them exactly what they were about to hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, what the evidence in this case is going to show you is that this defendant zipped Jorge George Torres shot in a suitcase. She was able to do this because at the time of his death, he only weighed 103 pounds, and she did this with the malicious intent to punish him, and then she went off to sleep and left him to take his final breaths on this earth alone. How many breaths those were, we don't know. The evidence is going to show that it was at least for about 15 minutes, because there's going to be 2 videos that the defendant herself took of this event. The evidence is going to show George Torres is dead because in this defendant's judgment, he deserved it. And out of conscious disregard for whether he lived or died, you will see and hear in videos.
He told them what they would not hear during the 911 call. No tears, no sorrow. He also pointed to the fact that Sarah's first instinct was not to call 911, but to call her ex, Brian Boone. The prosecution argued this was evidence of premeditation. The defense opened differently. Attorney James Owens laid out the years of documented abuse. Owens told the jury that Sarah Boone was justified in what she did, that she was a woman pushed past her breaking point by years of violence, that locking Torres in the suitcase was, in her traumatized mind, the safest thing she could do that night.
Sarah Boone and George Torres were down and out, as you can be. Their lives centered around alcohol. Both of them suffered from, used to be called alcoholism, now it's called alcohol abuse syndrome. And so day to day, they struggled with the use of alcohol. You can imagine that. It affected their jobs. It affected keeping employment. It affected even getting a job. As codependent as you can be towards each other. And you're going to learn, with all that, was domestic violence. And that George Torres physically abused Sarah Boone. And she suffered from the effects, the psychological effects that one suffers from repeat violence from an intimate partner.
The defense called Dr. Julie Harper, a licensed psychologist of 22 years, who testified that Boone suffered from anxiety, PTSD, and battered spouse syndrome. Harper told the jury that someone suffering from battered spouse syndrome might react in ways that seem completely irrational to outsiders. including locking a person in a suitcase out of fear of what they might do when they got out. She did note during cross-examination that her evaluation found Boone had narcissistic personality traits, though she did not meet the full criteria for narcissistic personality disorder. The first major climax of the case was not the verdict. It was the moment jurors heard George's voice. Up to that point, George could have been an idea in that courtroom. The defense said she acted out of fear. The video showed her laughing. The defense said she was too traumatized to think clearly. The prosecution pointed out she had been calm enough to record 2 separate videos, narrate her grievances clearly, flip the suitcase over, and then walk upstairs and sleep through the night. The defense said she was a victim. The prosecution said George Torres was the one who suffocated. Remember those autopsy findings from earlier, the bruising on his forehead, the scratches on his back, the blunt force trauma. Here's what an expert witness for the prosecution had to say.
In regards to these blunt impact injuries, how is it that you come to the conclusion that these injuries were the result of blunt impacts?
So these are typical wounding patterns for blunt force trauma. And when I say blunt force trauma, that can mean something striking a part of the body, or on the other hand, it can be the body striking an object. And that causes injury to the skin, to the soft tissue, and sometimes the deeper tissues, depending on how severe or how strong that blunt force trauma is.
Are these injuries consistent with a person being struck with a baseball bat?
They could be, yes.
Are they consistent with a person being pushed down a flight of stairs?
They could be, yes.
Can you say whether or not these injuries occurred while George Torres was in the suitcase?
No.
Why is it that you cannot say that?
So all of these injuries seem to have occurred around the same time, meaning that they're relatively acute or new. They're not things that are healing or something that happened last week. So they all occurred around the same time. But you can't really look at a bruise or a contusion and say, oh, that happened 2 hours ago. There's not a good way to do that.
Are these injuries consistent with them occurring while he was inside the suitcase?
Yes, they could be.
The prosecution argued during trial that those injuries were consistent with Boone having struck the suitcase with a baseball bat while Torres was inside, a detail the defense never successfully addressed. Then Sarah Boone decided to take the stand in her own defense. When a defendant testifies, everything changes. The jury no longer hears only from lawyers and experts. They hear directly from the person accused. That can humanize a defendant. It can also expose every weakness. On the stand, she told the jury that Torres had climbed into the suitcase himself and was trying to lay flat so she couldn't find him.
I zipped him up. We thought it was funny, and we're joking about how he was, I guess, small enough to fit inside of the suitcase.
So what happened then?
From there, it was just, we were laughing about it, and it was just strange that he was small enough to fit in there, and then I kind of moved it around a little bit with him in the suitcase still. It was still funny that he was still in the suitcase. I think he and I were just kind of, couldn't believe that he could fit in the suitcase.
Did you eventually close the top?
Yes, the top was already closed. As he was settling himself in there, that's how I knew he was in there, was because the top was kind of flopping a little bit.
So he had gotten in there to hide, and he pulled the top.
Yes.
On top of it, but you could tell he was in there.
Yes.
You saw him right away.
Yes.
All right. So at some point, did you zip him up?
Yes.
And what was he saying or doing when you were zipping him up?
I just thought it was funny.
Were you both laughing?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so you zipped him up. Were y'all still laughing once you zipped him up?
Yes.
Okay. Tell the jury what happened then.
From there, I moved the suitcase around a couple of times, just kind of on the wheels, and moved it around. And at that point, it was funny. We were joking and laughing about it.
When pressed about the videos, the ones she had recorded, the ones capturing his voice begging her to let him out, she said she didn't remember recording them. She admitted they looked bad. She told the court she had lied to police initially because she was afraid of being arrested. That admission was a turning point. For 4 years, her story had been that this was an accident, a drunken game gone wrong. Now, on the stand in 2024, she added a new layer: self-defense. She claimed she feared what Torres would do when he got out of the suitcase, so she kept him in. And then, in the middle of her own testimony, Sarah said something no defense attorney could walk back. She admitted to striking the suitcase with a baseball bat, while George was still inside.
I knew the tone, and we ended up, I guess, arguing back and forth with one another, and the things that he was saying very much frightened me, and cursing at me and threatening me.
Did he want you to let him out of the suitcase?
I'm sure so.
Go ahead, tell me.
And it got very heated very quickly, and he continued to push on the suitcase. And my fear was that he was going to break out of the suitcase, knowing that it was a broken suitcase. His hand started to come through. His hand started to come through this way. And so I shook the suitcase, trying to get his hand to go back in, shaking it, and telling him that, please stop doing this. Please stop doing this to me. Please stop doing this to me.
And so what did you do?
What? The second reaction that I had, I see that, and I grabbed the baseball bat and was trying to poke his hand to go back in, to please don't break through, please. So I hit his hand.
Did you hit?
What?
Outside his hand.
Yes.
We've seen the photographs of his left hand. Did you cause the bruising there?
I'm guessing yes.
Now, you've seen the bat. It's a used bat?
Yes, I bought it for my son.
Is this the bat you used?
Yes.
You said you poked him with it?
Yes, I
What?
pushed, I held it with the skinny part here and then prodded at it, yes.
You grabbed it with both hands here?
Yes.
And then the barrel of the bat, the big part of the bat is here.
Correct.
And you thrusted it into the different areas of the suitcase?
I started with his hand in his hand. He was still trying to get up. Trying to do that. So I started to push on the suitcase around it, hoping to have his hand retract and go back inside.
What?
You made those injuries.
I did.
We've seen the photographs.
Yes.
We see the bruising. Is that from that bat?
Yes.
That admission changed everything. The jury had spent days weighing two versions of Sarah, the battered spouse or the battering one. Now they had a new question altogether. What else had she lied about? The prosecution's response during cross-examination was direct. If she genuinely feared for her safety, why did she go upstairs and sleep? If she truly believed George Torres was capable of harming her, why did she leave him alive and contained and simply go to bed? But the jury was about to hear one more piece of evidence before closing arguments, and it sealed everything. Prosecutors presented text messages pulled from Boone's phone during the investigation. The messages painted a picture of a relationship defined by anger, jealousy, and resentment. They directly supported the prosecution's argument that locking Torres in the suitcase was not an act of self-defense. It was an act of punishment. Jurors also watched footage of Sarah berating George that same night, seeing with their own eyes the contempt she had for the man she claimed to fear.
I'm going to try and cancel plane tickets. No. Because I don't do special things for people like you that are doing this. Like, to me, after I asked you at 1:21 in the morning, I wanted to be asleep. I wanted to stay asleep, which is why I got into bed at 8:30. I told you not to step foot in the bedroom. So what do? Nonetheless, you're drunk. The amount of alcohol, I know how much is alcohol. I know how much it is. That's why I could smell you in the bed before you actually got me up. You're despicable. I'm not despicable. I'm not even doing anything. Leave me alone. Okay. You're not gonna remember shit. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not doing nothing right now. Get away from me. Get away from me. You do everything to me all the time. All the time. Heartache and pain is what you cause me. Heartache and pain. Keep going. And I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. You get on your fucking own light and go to fucking work tomorrow. Don't look at me. Don't come close to me. Don't touch me. Do you understand? What do you mean? As of this moment, and until I can get you out, here's okay. I dare you. Yep, look at it. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. What? I'm gonna scream like murder. I'm gonna scream like murder. I will scream like murder. Get away from me. What? I'm gonna hurt you.
The defense claimed fear. The texts and videos showed deliberate, conscious anger, the same grievances she narrated on video while he was suffocating inside the bag. And then came the closing arguments. Assistant State Attorney Dave Jr. walked into that courtroom and placed the blue suitcase directly in front of the jury. He reminded them of what they had heard on those videos. Torres saying he could not breathe. Boone laughing. Boone referencing cheating, being choked, and going to sleep while he was still alive inside the bag. Dave Jr. told the jury that this was not the behavior of a terrified woman acting in self-defense. This was a woman using a suitcase as a weapon. To punish a man for wrongs she believed he had committed against her. Defense attorney Owens made his final pitch. The relationship had been violent. Boone had suffered real harm at Torres' hands. Her actions came from a broken, fear-soaked mind. He asked the jury to see her as a victim who had finally snapped. The jury deliberated for just 1 hour. On October 25th, 2024, the jury's verdict was read aloud in open court.
In Orange County, Florida, case number 2020 CF 2603, the state of Florida versus Sarah Boone. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the second degree as charged in the information. So say we all dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, on this 25th day of October 2024. The form has been signed by the court.
The defense filed a motion for a new trial in November 2024, arguing that prosecutorial misconduct had affected the outcome of the case. Judge Michael Kranick denied the motion. He found no basis for a new trial. On December 2nd, 2024, Judge Kranick sentenced Sarah Boone to life in the Florida Department of Corrections without the possibility of parole. After sentencing, Boone sent a heated letter to Judge Kranick criticizing the court, the attorneys, the jury, the media, George Torres Jr., and his family, while continuing to maintain her innocence. Sarah Boone is currently serving her life sentence as the appeals process continues. But even as the legal battle continues, one thing still sits at the center of everything. No matter how many legal arguments are raised, the case keeps circling back to the recording Sarah Boone made herself and handed over to investigators the next morning. Those videos remain the most powerful and central evidence in her conviction.
That was crazy. I know she beat Cuz up in the... Dang. Sheesh. And she thought she was about to get away too. She thought she was good on the tears though. She thought she was finna use the "oh, he beat me" face. All right, so we got what happens when a well-known YouTuber is found dead beneath a staircase. Ew.
At an animal shelter in Atlanta, Georgia, where police arrived to apprehend a murder suspect.
I got you. I'm with you.
I like the turn right at the end. First or second.
On the ground. On the ground.
Police identify the suspect, seen here, as 24-year-old Jacavius Arnold, who was found after surveillance footage allegedly linked him to a heinous crime. Let's rewind just over 3 weeks prior, when a woman's body was found in a parking garage in downtown Atlanta.
Go ahead.
Underneath a stairwell, the officer spots the decomposing remains of a woman, later identified as 25-year-old Mitchell Dang, a YouTube vlogger.
Go ahead, you for a minute.
So when I got here, I smelled a strong stench as soon as I got back here with it. And I used to just go down here and clean up and shit like that. But you know, you think it's a dead rat or something like that. I kept walking. I said, I don't see that. So some shit just walk a little farther. When I walked a little farther, I said, oh.
Well, what's the address to this garage? Okay, the head was covered up, right?
I don't know what I found right there.
It looked like a female or male to you?
To me, it looked kind of like a female.
Possible, because she's small. It's 25% radio. Obviously, it's going to be a confirmed 48. There's an order coming from the location. So, she's been here for a while. I look like a white female. Hello?
No, he just want to know what's going on. I don't know myself, so I just told.
It's a dead body there up under the stairwell. So
I talked to their security. They walked the stairwells last night. Said they didn't see anything.
Nah, it's a smell coming from there. So even if they didn't see nothing, they would have.
Well, we have people through the garage all night because of masquerade.
I'm saying though, this person is dead, been dead for a while. So they walked the stairwell, they would have seen her up under the stairwell. So she didn't just die last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That we have people walking that stairwell all hours, all day, all night. So,
25% radio.
Yesterday night, because we had club traffic.
We just need access to the cameras.
Investigators say Jacavius was allegedly caught on a surveillance camera leaving the scene of the crime. Days before the body was discovered, when they believed he carried out the act, his identity was later confirmed by a family member.
I only showed her the video, and I believe her exact words were, yes, that's my grandson. I can tell the way he walks, the shape of his body, and the way he wears his hair. That's my grandson, Jacavius.
Back with the suspect, police aren't exactly going easy on him.
On the ground now, mother! Get on the ground! On the ground! Hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! You understand me? I'm about to tell you. Do not move. Get up. I got you. Stop right there. Wish me luck, brother.
As police escort Jacavius out of the building, let's return to the crime scene, where police secure the area and investigators try to piece together what exactly happened here.
Yeah, me fucking. You saw it? Yeah, come on, bitch, right there.
I smelled it when I first walked in the door.
Yeah, I smelled it before you walked in the shower.
But that is like hidden in.
Yeah, somebody.
Like you would have to literally crawl in there to see it.
And then when people don't walk down from up there down to this way, do they?
I mean, sometimes because they feel like this is
the best route.
No, I'm saying right now. Like nobody's gonna be walking right now. Yeah.
I mean, we can close off the monthly, so nobody can drive.
Yeah, because they gonna come out and take pictures and all that. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a confirm. A smell, it's a smell, guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I told him. I don't know if y'all just want to double check. I told him I didn't need y'all, but
The thing is, I'd still rather bring it. Is it in the stairwell?
yeah, it's at the bottom.
I mean, we're gonna bring it anyway.
Okay. Once you park up by the stairs, worst case you just carry out. Yeah, it's a smell coming from down there, so. This wasn't homeless.
You know what?
She's naked at the parking garage, right here, the underground parking garage. And on the first floor, where the stairwell is, it appears to be a white female, 48. It's an order coming from the location. Looked like she's completely naked, tucked up under the stairwell.
Yeah, no clothes. You see the homeless? There's no clothes or anything. You see the homeless? It's weird. I don't know. That's up to y'all to determine.
Yes, he's under the stairwell.
Oh, no, that's not.
The next of you?
No.
Right.
No, it's that parking deck on the right. Turn right into the park. Homelessness. There is an orange cap for like a hypodermic needle, but I don't see any other needles. Well, there's a needle laying right back there. So, just the way this body's positioned, it doesn't look like, and the way she's shoved up, she is shoved all the way up underneath the step. Does that make sense to you? So, the department can't take it, smell it, and call it in.
But look, they got security that's supposed to walk the stairwell, and they said they walked it last night, but
No, they didn't.
that's what I told them. What up, Sarge?
Next, investigators notice a critical piece of evidence that would help lead to Mitchell's identity and eventually to her suspected killer, an event wristband.
She gave it down. Oh, yeah. But he also, one of the parking lot managers.
Well, you got the name on it?
I don't know.
Hopefully it does.
Sometimes some of them are just so generic.
Yeah, that one don't look like it.
But they also said it was a comedy club that just opened up too.
Oh, dang. Alley Cat Music Club. Who?
Alley Cat Music Club.
What is that? Alley Cat.
Now, investigators noticed the words Alley Cat Music Club printed on the wristband. That was traced back to a popular music venue called Alley Cat Atlanta, listed as just a 2-minute walk from the parking garage.
Yeah, they had an event this past Saturday. They got an Instagram, so it was this past Saturday.
What kind of event was it?
It was Victor Calderon and Jimmy Marcano Sr.
August 26th?
Yep, that's Saturday. Yep, he got the information. Good job, man. That's good job. Trying to see if they got any mess posts since then. People posted like, "Where's my friend?" and everything.
Yeah, that's the other things.
Family members later confirmed that 4 days before the discovery of her body, Mitchell had allegedly said she was attending a concert at the venue, reportedly helping investigators pinpoint their time frame and uncover key surveillance video that led them to their suspect.
Perfectly normal person too. God damn. Probably somebody who knows drugged her and drugged her again. That's the thing though, her picture, she don't look like she the party type.
I know. She must have been pretty too.
I think somebody drugged her ass, came down here, drugged her some more.
That's what I was saying. I think this is a body dump. And they're like,
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. I was like, okay.
If they were smart, they would have took that off her.
They are casual with the dead. Dang.
She came here for a raid. She went off their last one.
Saturday. My Instagram was showing it Saturday.
Next, we fast forward and rejoin Jacavius as he begins to express what appears to be remorse.
I really am. Thank you. Forgive me. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Just shut up.
Thank you. I needed this. I really did. I need to go in. I needed this because I am a horrible person. I really am a horrible person, brother. I need to go down for a long time, brother. I have no words. I have nothing else. This is all I can say, brother. And wish me the best, brother. Where you at? We need to secure him in one of y'all's cars.
Okay, that's quick. Put me in this car. Yeah. Let's go. Like ready?
No, Sarge. Quick, tight. Very tight.
Good to go.
Good? Yeah, I'm listening for me a little bit. Tab it on my wrist. Just tab it. Just loose. Tight, very tight. Just tab it.
I'm not going to do good. Just tab it,
sir. Yeah. No, I'm not from that. Yes, sir. Yeah. What key is
that's
it?
to my girlfriend. My girlfriend.
Okay. See what's in it. Where's her car?
What's her car? She's right. She in the back.
Okay. Is it black?
No.
Okay.
Jacavius also stands accused of stealing multiple belongings from Mitchell, reportedly including her car, clothes, cell phone, and bank cards, which he allegedly used to buy items at a gas station near his home.
Where she go? She's coming out right now.
Yeah. We were just going to secure him in there just temporarily.
Thank you, sir, for listening for me.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Thank you. Good job, Steve. Really good job. Great job. Seriously. Yeah, no, we really appreciate this.
That's your girlfriend right there?
Yeah. We'll go ahead, Sergeant. We'll secure him over here. Yeah, that's our transport. Come on, buddy. Thank you.
Can I just say one thing? Just to my girlfriend, please. Just one thing. Just one thing, sir.
Can you take that? Can you follow him down? I'm going to do some stuff up here.
Yeah.
Do you have a locker in here?
Yes, I do.
Where's your locker at?
It's K's number. It's down below. It's right by the break room.
Okay. Just give us a second. We'll talk to you, okay?
Can I say one thing to my girlfriend?
What's that?
Can I say one thing to my girlfriend?
Give me a second.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
Get in there.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to apologize to everyone.
Okay, cool. What he did? What he did? How'd he do? I'll tell you what he did.
Next, we hear from one detective as he lays out the gruesome alleged details following an apparent confession from the suspect.
He mentioned Danny walking to the street.
Do you know her name?
He did mention her name. He said that she stumbled out into the street. He approached her.
If I could, hate to interrupt, you said while we were watching the video that Mitchell stumbled at one point. You said that'd be significant. Is this why?
Yes, it's very significant. On the video, we see her stumbling out of frame. This is where I believe that she came in contact with Jakevius.
What did he say next?
He said that he walked up to her, asked her if she needed help. He said that she screamed at him, said, "Get away from me." He insisted and persisted to help her. Finally, she gave in to that help. She said that "I'm trying to find my vehicle." That's when he told her, "I can help you find your car." That's when he came in possession of her keys and her phone, and he masqueraded as a good citizen by walking her around. He said they got into the parking deck. As we see on camera, he said he got into the stairwell. His words were, as they walked into the stairwell, she started scratching him. He said he drug her up under the stairwell, threw her on the ground, choked her until she passed out.
What did he say happened next?
At that point, he said he stripped her clothes. I asked him why he stripped her of her clothes. He said because of DNA. He said he watches TV, he watches how we investigate cases. He took all of her clothes, stuffed it in his book bag. He stuffed her naked body up under the stairwell. He grabbed some newspaper, tried to cover her head. He said he walked out of the parking deck. He broke her phone, threw it away, realized he left his sunglasses up under her body, went back to the body, picked her body up, grabbed his sunglasses, pushed her, stuffed her body more up under the stairwell, and that's when he left.
You heard that right. The detective says that Jakevius allegedly posed as a good Samaritan looking to help the 25-year-old find her car before carrying out the alleged attack and cover-up. But next, we learn this incident may not have been the suspect's first rodeo after he allegedly admitted to other similar crimes.
He admitted to 2 other sexual assaults, also possible homicide in a different jurisdiction.
Detectives said one of the victims allegedly suffered a similar incident, with the suspect insisting on helping a woman before attempting to strangle her.
I asked him, how do you know she was still breathing? And he said, because she had shallow breaths and covered it with leaves. I asked him, was she breathing as a death rattle? And he knew exactly what a death rattle was. He described the death rattle. He demonstrated the death rattle. And he described that death rattle as Mitchell Dane doing the death rattle.
The other victim reportedly managed to escape Jakevius and has not been identified. Next, a judge rattles off a laundry list of charges against the 24-year-old.
The following 9 charges: murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, aggravated sexual battery, necrophilia, financial transaction card theft, robbery, and kidnapping. Pursuant to OCGA 17-6-1, I'll enter an order for no bond at this time.
At last check, Jakevius was denied bond and is being held behind bars as he awaits his next court date.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Little scumbag, dude. That's bogus as hell. She's just trying to get to the crib. This boy done, damn, he's a little serial killer. Yeah, that's right. All right, we gonna keep it rolling. You know how we do. I got a good one this time. Says drunk driver killed bride 6 hours after the wedding in a DUI crash. This one, yeah, that sounds wild to me. Hold on, here we go.
I want the right to call my dad right now. Nobody proved anything. So why don't I have the right to call my dad? Why? Give me a phone so I can call my dad, please, right now. Right now. Why? Oh, hi, camera. Yeah, I'm crying because he's not letting me call my father, even though they haven't proven and don't have any right for me not to be able to contact my family or anyone that I want to. So yeah, hello, I'm crying, and ooh, I'm being just a little baby. Stop. Oh, stop. Yeah, stop.
That was Jamie Komorowski
refusing to get in the back of a patrol car. 90 minutes earlier, she drove into a golf cart carrying a couple who had been married for 6 hours. The bride didn't survive. Every second of what happened next got recorded. The first officer on scene found 4 people on the ground. The cart had been hit from behind at highway speed and it came apart. Those things are built for a parking lot, not for that. 2 cell phones were lying in the road and nobody picked them up because the people they belonged to weren't conscious enough to ask. On April 28, 2023, Samantha Miller married Arik Hutchinson on Folly Beach, the bottom edge of Charleston, South Carolina. She was 34. The day went perfectly. Around 10 at night, they left the reception in a golf cart, 2 of Arik's relatives driving them back to the rental house. Golf carts are how the island moves. Everybody uses them. They'd been married about 6 hours. Behind them, headlights were closing at 65 miles an hour. Watch what she asked about, and watch what she never asked about.
I'm okay. I feel fine. I just want my boyfriend to come.
Okay. Well, you have to talk to these gentlemen first, okay?
Yep, as soon as she's done.
And then do I have to...
No, that's for a witness. Would you witness? That would be great.
I would love that.
Thank you so much. If you could just sign your name and then print it, that would be very helpful. Thank you. I appreciate your assistance with that. Thank you. Several had to go to the hospital, honey.
All right. Your name's Jamie, right? Okay, I'm Sergeant Halpern. I got to ask you a couple questions. Do you remember what happened?
I was driving, and then all of a sudden something hit me, and I was just...
Which way were you going?
Towards my house.
Okay, where's your house?
Something hit her. That's the first thing she said about it. And it's backwards. The cart was in front of her, going the same way she was. She came up behind it and never slowed down.
You have anything to drink tonight?
No. I had 2 drinks. I had 1 beer and 1 drink.
How long ago?
That would probably be about an hour ago.
Okay, so 1 beer and what was the other one?
A drink, like a alcoholic beverage.
Like a what? A screwdriver, a pina colada, a margarita.
It was like a tequila something, like a tequila pineapple.
Tequila pineapple?
Yeah.
A few hours before any of this, Jamie Komorowski walked into a bar on Folly Beach. Surveillance caught the whole thing. She hugged people at the door. She smiled at a camera she didn't know was there. She ordered, raised a glass with her friends, and put back a shot with them. She was there a while, and on her way out, she stopped and took 1 more by herself. She walked to her car and pulled onto the same road the golf cart was on.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most impaired, intoxicated you've ever been in your entire life, and 1 being completely sober, where would you rate yourself at right now?
I would like a lawyer, honestly.
Okay. So what I want you to do is look at this pen and don't move your head. I'm going to check your eyes. Okay? Are you willing to do that?
Me up right now.
Okay, are you willing to do that? Can I check your eyes real quick?
No thanks.
No?
She just turned down the eye check. She turned down the field sobriety tests too. Every road out of that traffic stop that ran through a test, she closed. And that's the strange part, because somebody who knows they're fine takes those tests. It's the fastest way home. In South Carolina, a refusal doesn't disappear. It goes in the file, and a jury gets to hear about it.
I want to go home.
Okay.
Sorry, get 1 beer, 1 tequila, pineapple, an hour of
yep.
vision, sole passenger.
No passenger driver.
Well.
Yes. Who are you?
I'm staying in the house.
Okay, you're not related at all?
All 3 of them are witnesses.
Okay. I just didn't know if you were like the mom or
Get out of the car.
someone like that. All right. So your name's Jamie, right? Yes? Okay. I need you to stand up for me.
Okay.
All right. How do you feel?
Good.
Feel okay? Okay. All right. Just put your hands behind your back.
Why?
There you go.
Put your hands together. Put your hands together.
Okay, I'm trying to. I'll just
Like that. Because you're under arrest for suspicion of DUI.
Yeah, light on.
Yeah. Okay. Walk over here.
Dispatch 1102 Alpha.
Go ahead.
Be advised, I'm at the FUSC main hospital. Copy, point you to the DA.
Alright, step over here. Face my car. Go. Spread your feet. Anything in your pockets?
I would like to call my father if that's okay.
You can do that after you go to jail.
I would like to call them right now.
You can't do that.
Okay. Why not?
Because you're under arrest right now.
Why?
For suspicion of DUI.
For what? What am I under arrest for? What am I under arrest for?
For DUI, I just told you that.
Wait,
Over here. Relax. Have a seat. All the way in. Put your feet in the car.
Can I know?
No what?
Can I call my dad?
Not right now. Put your feet in the car. Because you're under arrest. Put your feet in the car.
Why?
Ma'am.
For what?
For DUI.
How do you know?
Put your feet in the car.
I want to know.
I just told you. Put your feet in the car.
For what, though?
DUI. Put your feet in the car.
How do you know?
Ma'am, put your feet in
But
the
how
car.
do you know?
Put your feet in the car.
But how do you know?
Ma'am, I'm not going to tell you again.
Why are you pushing
Because
me?
put your feet in the car.
No, I would like to know.
Where's your car?
But I would like to know. Did you guys do a street test or anything?
Could you back out if you had to?
Test or?
Alright, hey, don't worry about it now. Let's just put her in there.
I'm not trying to be rude. I just would like a street test or something. I don't understand.
Have a seat in the car.
Why?
Have a seat.
Can I have a
seat.
Can I have a
seat.
test?
Have a seat.
Can I have something? Somebody please help me.
Have a seat.
Why?
All the way in. Put your feet in the car.
Why?
Just drag her back.
Drag me back.
What's that? Yeah. Do you need a kit? No, I'm gonna go to the station and see if she can breathe and do all that. Then I'll take her to the hospital, get some blood work. Signs of impairment.
41.
Unsteady on the feet, glossy eyes, bloodshot, slurred speech, strong odor of alcohol in her breath in person. She admitted that in the last hour she had 2 drinks. One was a tequila and another liquid, and then she had a beer.
She'd been out on the island most of that day, moving bar to bar. Arik later sued 5 of them for serving her. One got dropped after they proved she never walked through the door that day. That one had a different connection to her. It was where she worked, and the claim was that she'd been leaned on to show up for a staff party earlier that night.
All right. Good. So, yeah, I'm going to take her I'm also doing a warrant for blood draw.
And there it was. While she sat in the back of that car telling everybody nobody had proven anything, a sergeant was quietly lining up a judge to sign a warrant for her blood. A breath test she could turn down. A signed warrant she couldn't. She had no idea that conversation was happening. She spent the next 90 minutes arguing about a phone call while the answer was already on its way to her. They put her in a small room at the Folly Beach station with a breath machine and 3 officers. She sat in there for the better part of 2 hours. And somewhere in the middle of it, she did something to that camera in the corner that put her face on every screen in the country.
Just have a seat real quick. We'll
No, I want.
have a seat.
I want.
Have a seat.
Why did you?
Right now, we're waiting for a sergeant to get here, and then we're going to go through some stuff.
I just want to go home. Somebody. I want to call my dad.
That's not going to happen right now.
Why?
Like I said, right now, we're going to wait.
Why can't I call my dad right now? Why not? I would like the right to call my father. So can I please call him right now?
No.
Why? Why not? I want the right to call my dad right now. I want the right.
Like I said, we're going to wait.
Well, I would like the right to call my father.
Okay, well,
right
you can
now.
sit there and call him later.
Well, I would like to do it right now. Do I not have that right?
No, you do not.
Why?
It is not a law that you have to sit there and have a phone call right now.
I would like to call my dad right now.
Well, unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Why?
They've already explained it to you. Like I said, right now we're going to wait. The sergeant's going to get here, and we're going to go through some things. So just
I
sit
would
and
like
wait.
to call someone right now.
Okay, we'll just sit and wait for right now.
Why can I not call someone right now?
Because we don't have a phone for you.
Can you
I'm not-
contact someone right
I'm
now?
not going to contact anybody.
Why?
I already explained it to you.
I would love to, if I could contact my father right now, that would be great. So can I please contact my dad?
No.
Please. Why?
I already explained it to you.
You clearly have the ability to let me contact my father.
But
So
you are
why
not
are you
going
not
to.
letting me?
Because right now we're waiting.
Waiting for what?
I already explained it
So
to
can
you.
I contact my father? Why?
Because I've already explained it to you.
For what reason? No.
You are under arrest.
So can I?
anyway.
Can I call my dad?
No.
Why?
Because. You
Because
can call him later.
Why can't I call him right now?
Because.
Because why?
It's not a right.
What?
It's not a right that
To
you
call my own father?
As of right
It's
now,
not a right?
you're not guaranteed a phone call while in custody.
He was right. And almost everybody gets this wrong. There's no constitutional right to a phone call the second you're arrested. What you're guaranteed is the right to stay quiet and the right to a lawyer. The phone call is a jail thing. It happens after you're booked in. She'd already used the right that mattered back on the road when she asked for an attorney. She spent the rest of the night fighting for the one that doesn't exist.
That is a preconceived notion for television.
For television?
Yes, it's not the law.
Oh, so we're on TV now.
No, but we are being recorded.
So I can't call my dad.
No.
So I have no rights.
No, you have rights. Just you
Okay.
cannot call.
Why don't you ask him if I could call my dad?
You can when he gets here.
No, I'm pretty sure he's gonna say that I can call him right now.
Well, we can sit there when he gets here. You can
Yeah,
ask
okay,
him.
well, guess what? Why don't you learn my rights? And my rights are that I can call my dad.
Okay. Like I said, you can ask him when he gets here. He'll tell you
Do
the
you
exact
not
same
know?
thing. He'll tell you the exact
Do
same
you
thing.
not know?
He'll tell you the exact same
Do
thing.
you
I
not
said.
know?
You're not going to call your dad.
Beep. Where are you from? Where are you from? Can I have a tissue?
I can't get you one at the moment. I have to be in here for the time being. When my sergeant gets here, I can go grab you a tissue.
I'll just keep licking my boogers then. Sorry if it keeps running down my nose. I don't mean to be rude, but I can't really get them off of my...
Well, like I said, I'll get you tissue when my sergeant gets here.
That's okay. I'm just letting you know. I'm sorry if it gets a little...
Okay.
I like that little spinner machine. That's kind of cool. What's it for?
It's for this machine right here.
What does it do?
Test the blood alcohol content.
Oh. So it has to spin it.
It's a special solution.
What kind of solution?
I'm not sure. Just know it's a solution designed to get with this machine.
Oh. I feel like you should know that.
They give it to us pre-made, and we know how to sit there and put it in the machine.
Pre-made? So it's like a Capri Sun and you just squirt it in there?
No, it's controlled by the state.
Well, you said pre-made, so...
Yeah. The solution was controlled by the state. I had no control over that.
Oh, okay. Sorry if my nose starts to run.
Alright, like I said, I'll grab your tissue when the sergeant gets here.
That's okay, I'm just letting you know. I just feel bad because usually I like to wipe my nose, but
Okay.
I cannot right now. Sorry. So, where are you from?
I'm not gonna say.
Oh, okay. I like this door, but I also kind of find like weird faces in it. You know?
I have not stared at that door in Lakeside all night.
No. There's like weird like eyeballs. And then the nose.
Said I haven't stared at it in Lakeside with
It looks like you haven't been to the beach in a while.
Oh, I'm on night shift, so no.
Ah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Usually I look like that door during summertime. But my brother and my sister are like, so we're like 50% Polish, but they're like totally like, they have like the blonde hair, the blue eyes, the pale skin. And then my mom is like Hungarian. So I got like the Hungarian side, and they got like the pale skin, blue eyes, blonde hair, and I'm like the dark skin, like, you know.
Right.
So, but I think it's kind of funny because, you know, genetics are weird. Like, like parents. My dad's 100% Polish. I didn't believe him, so I told him, I was like, I'm gonna do a 23andMe test, and I'm gonna see if you're actually 100%. Because I was like, I don't believe you. I did it. 49.8% Polish. I was like, I guess you're right. But it's hard to be like 100% anything these days, you know?
Yeah.
Are you like Italian? I feel like you could be like Italian or like...
I haven't looked into it, so I don't really know.
You don't know?
No.
You must be Southern then. I feel like Southern people like don't look into like Northern people like usually know like what their like heritage is. But like Southern people are like, I don't know, I'm just Southern.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it, so...
To me, you look like you would be like, I would guess like Sicilian.
I'm not sure.
Do a little test. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm so sorry if I have some boogers running from my nose.
Just hang out 1 second.
Can you get me a tissue so I can
Like I said,
rub my
once he gets
nose
in
or
here-
something?
Yeah, once he gets in here, like I said, I'll grab you a tissue.
Do you see my nose?
I said I'll
I
grab
have
you
a
a tissue.
booger running from it.
Okay, I understand. He's grabbing one thing, and then I'll grab you a tissue. Okay.
I'll just sit here with my boogers running. Look at my boogers. Fuck. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it.
No, it'll be fine.
Kill it. Sorry. He's just sitting there. Actually, don't kill him. He's my friend now.
Okay.
Okay. Look, there he goes. Look, look. He's coming towards you. Careful. He's right under you. Nope. There he goes.
Grab a tissue real quick.
Sorry, my nose is
We'll get
running.
tissues. You can head back to the scene. Sir, to 310.
Yeah.
And do all that.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just again, so you know, you're being recorded. Okay.
So sorry about my nose. I was
All
on
right.
tissue.
Not a problem.
Does anybody have a tissue? Or
You might be able to get you one.
maybe, or...
See our mandatory solution. Can't do breath test. It's in a mandatory solution change.
The only other one I would say would be up at the jail.
Yeah.
Which I just changed the solution up there, so.
Okay.
If you want to go there, and then we can go to either Roper St. Francis or whatever.
I have someone that could just pick me
Or Center Point.
All right.
Either one.
So in reference to your part, this has to go first and
Yeah.
then your part?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll do that.
up. Is there anyone that you guys could explain to me what's happening? Or?
So I'm going to take you to Charleston County. They have a BA room that looks like this.
Yeah.
Because this box is not working properly. So I'm going to
Okay.
take you to one that is working properly.
Okay.
Okay?
What does that box do?
It provides a breath sample to see what the alcohol levels pretty much, without getting super in details of how it works and all that, that's generally what it is. Alright?
Can I just go?
Unfortunately, you cannot go at this time. I gotta wait for the judge anyway. They're going to sign that warrant, so.
I'm going to call, there's another DRE too, so we can do a dual eval.
Okay.
And then we'll,
What if I just refuse it?
at this point you cannot refuse
Why?
because it's the law. So we suspect
I can refuse.
you cannot. At this,
No, I know that I can.
you cannot. You must.
Can I call
provide
my dad?
You cannot call anyone. at
Why
this time.
can't I call my dad?
So we're gonna go up to where we're
But
gonna
I'm
go.
just confused because everybody keeps saying I can't call my dad. I can call my dad.
You're under arrest and you are over the age of 18. You are not required to give a phone call until you're at the jail and booked in. You understand that?
So there's,
You're not a minor. We're not required to call your parents. You're an adult.
but I
you're an
have to
adult
be moved to a different location
That's correct.
to get
You're in
my.
custody of the Folly Beach Police Department, so you are required to go where they advise you to go to. All right? Good. I'm gonna call the other one, and then we'll follow.
So there's no way that I can just get, like...
Just hang tight. It's going to be a little bit. A judge is on the way to sign some paperwork.
I'll call the other one, and then whenever we're
I
ready,
just
we'll
want to, like, get it over with and go home.
Right now, we're going to just hang
I
out.
can't call my dad.
Not right now. You can, but not now. Once I get you down to the jail and booked in, then you can call your dad.
Can I just call him?
No. You cannot.
But what did I do? Nobody has any proof of anything that I did.
Okay.
So give me the right to call my dad. Nobody has a right to deny that from me. Right?
Hey, could you just hang in here for a Just hang there, okay?
But you,
I know,
nobody
just hang
proved
tight.
anything. So give me the right to call my dad. Nobody proved anything. Nobody proved anything. So give me a phone so I can call my dad, please, right now.
Right now.
Why?
Thanks for all the jewels, y'all. I was watching
Nobody
in the
proved
chat.
anything. So why don't I have the right to call my dad? Why?
Because I already explained it to you.
Why? No, tell me right now. Why? Why? I haven't been charged for anything.
You're under arrest.
She is very
For
annoying.
what? For what? For what?
Right now, you're under arrest for felony driving under the influence.
Oh, really?
Right, yeah.
Do you have the proof of that?
We are going to get the proof.
Oh, you're going to get the proof. So give me a phone so I can call my dad.
Stop.
I want to. Call my dad.
Stop. You're making this so much worse for yourself.
Really?
You are.
I want to call my dad. You don't have proof of anything. So give me a phone so I can call my dad.
Stop.
I want to call my dad.
I suggest that you stop.
I suggest that you give me something so I can call my dad, please.
Are not.
Why don't you want me to? Why are you being so mean? Why can't I just call my dad?
You're not listening.
Please.
You're not listening.
For what?
You were not a minor. You were not required to get a phone call until you are booked into the jail.
Really? I'm 25 years old.
You were not a minor. You were over the age of 18.
You don't have proof of anything.
I didn't arrest you, ma'am.
For what?
I did not arrest you.
Right.
Folly Beach arrested you.
So can I please get a phone call?
You may not.
Why?
Because you're in custody.
For what?
For felony driving under the influence.
Oh, really?
Really?
Did you prove that?
I was on there. I'm telling you what.
Oh, okay. So you have no proof. So please give me a phone so I can
would
call
suggest that you
someone.
stop. Okay.
You seem like you might be a little bit more. Can I have a phone so I can call my dad, please?
I have a phone call.
Why?
Because
Why are you being so mean to me?
No one is being mean to you.
No one proved me for anything.
Stop. You're a grown adult and you're crying on camera. Stop.
Hello, hi camera. Yeah, I'm crying because he's not letting me call my father, even though they haven't proven and don't have any right for me not to be able to contact my family or anyone that I want to. So yeah, hello, I'm crying and ooh, I'm being just a little baby.
Stop.
Oh, stop. Yeah, stop.
I'm waiting for her to say, you know who my dad is?
Let me call my dad.
You're not allowed calling.
Why?
You're in custody.
Why?
You're under arrest.
Why?
Because Folly Beach arrested you.
Give me. I want to talk to my dad. I want to talk to my lawyer. I want to talk to my dad. Oh, I can't do that? Really?
We're not asking you any questions.
You guys? Okay, never mind. I'll let this camera talk for me. It's fine. Don't let me do that. It's okay. You guys look actually more dumb by letting this camera do exactly what you're doing. I'll just sit here.
She was right about one thing. The camera did talk for her. Every second of that room ended up in a prosecutor's file. A judge watched it. So did the family, sitting in a courtroom. A year and a half later.
It might be smart if you just let me call my dad, but...
Yeah, you're not calling anyone.
Okay. I mean, I have the right to, but...
You don't. That's not right.
Oh, okay. How come?
Because it's not right. It's not in the Constitution that you can call someone.
Oh, really?
It's in the
Oh,
Constitution.
yeah, the
These
Constitution is...
islands, so,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Got it.
She's so annoying.
Might want to go check that one, buddy.
She's making me real sick. Where's police brutality when you need it?
So, can I call my dad or what?
No.
I'm asking him, not you, because you don't know
He's
what
going
you're
to give you
talking
the same
about.
answer that you cannot call anyone in here
Why?
because you're under arrest. You're in custody
For what?
for driving under the influence.
Prove it.
Now, you are going to be required to provide a
Prove
sample of
it.
your breath.
No, prove it.
You're also going
No,
to be
prove it.
required
No,
to
prove
take
it.
a
No,
sample of
prove
your
it. No,
blood.
prove it.
Ma'am.
No, prove it.
I know you
You
are,
said
but
that
what am
I
I?
am
never arrested
under
you.
the arrest
Ma'am.
for driving under the influence.
are. That's
Prove it.
I don't have to
Prove
do
it.
anything, ma'am.
Prove it.
I'm not doing
No,
anything.
prove
I can
it.
arrest you.
No, prove it.
Ma'am, you can stop playing games, okay?
I
Can
know
you
you
prove
are,
it?
but what am I?
We can arrest you. So
Can
we
you
don't
prove
have to do
it?
anything.
Can you prove it? Can you prove it?
Ma'am, we didn't arrest you.
Can you prove it?
Anything.
No, you can't. So give me a phone
We're not-
and let me call
You're
my
not
dad.
calling anyone, okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then prove it. Then prove that I was driving under
That's
the
a
influence.
podcast.
Then prove
Dad's
it.
dead.
Prove it. No, you're saying that I was driving under the influence.
I
How do
said
you
that's
know?
what you're
How do you
charged with.
know?
I never
real
said you were
sassy.
Okay, so prove
I said
it.
you're charged with driving under the influence.
Well, no. I have not been charged with that because that's
why
not
you're in
been
handcuffs.
proven.
That's why you're in handcuffs.
You don't know why I'm in
Nobody has to
handcuffs.
prove anything until you
Can
get
I
to
call
court.
my dad? Can I get a phone call?
Oh, I
Is
was
that
with the last
is that
word
okay?
syndrome.
No.
Are you guys gonna be? Oh no. Okay. All right. Pretty. Okay. Sick. Yeah. Open up that box, dude.
I am gonna open up this box.
I don't know why you guys have to be so like. I'm not trying to be rude. Like I just want to talk to my dad, and y'all are being.
I'm not responsible for the arrest, okay? We are here to help. We're not here for the arrest. We didn't
Yes,
arrest you.
you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Really, bro? Really, bro? Really, bro? You don't do me like that. Seriously? Really? No. Okay. It's fine. I get it.
Uh-oh, Peppa up tonight.
I would just want to talk to my dad. I'm sure you would want to talk to your dad too. You guys probably think I'm like some evil person. I didn't do anything wrong. That's like the worst part. Like that's actually the worst part. I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, they're fine.
Oh yes, please listen to him and please make sure you throw it away, just as you said, sir. Do whatever you want. If you want to throw it away, you throw it away. If you want to put it in the corner and wait for the other box to come, you do that. I don't know about you guys, but my allergies have been so bad lately. Yeah. This pollen has been killing me.
Mine have been pretty bad too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I could. Do you need to blow your nose? Do you need to blow your nose?
I would like him to give me the tissues, not you.
There you go.
Thanks. Ready?
Hello?
Thank you.
I don't know. It'll probably take long enough.
Who made that noise? Are you Filipino?
Am I Filipino? I'm not Filipino. Are you Filipino?
No, my my sister's boyfriend is Filipino and Hawaiian and Japanese.
Is that right?
Hmm?
Where are you?
Yes.
I don't know. What's your last name?
Komorowski.
Polish.
See. Yep, good guess.
Yep.
50% Polish. My dad said he was 100% Polish, and I just checked like 2 years ago because I'm like, nobody's 100% anything.
So what are you? Half Polish and what?
I am, because I checked, and that motherfucker was right. He is 100% Polish, so I'm 50% Polish. And then my mom is Ashkenazi Jew, which is like her main thing, which is like 25% of her, which is like French and German, and then Hungarian and Baltic. which is like, you know, like Italian / whatever. So my siblings are blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin because of the Polish.
Right.
But I'm the only one that got like the dark skin
Dark eyes.
and they call me the dark sheep. And I'm like, whatever, I can go to the beach and not have to wear sunscreen. So
I think by the time you got out there, it would be just as long. So you just want to wait.
Okay. That's not. Sorry for that. I'll all this done while we're waiting.
but yeah, so
We changed it at the jail like 30 minutes ago, and it was taking like 25 minutes. So yeah, about the wait. Yeah.
they call me the black sheep.
Oh, yeah.
I said, and I grew up in like a super rural area, so we had like a bunch of bats that would like swoop in like in our like yard.
Where at? Where you
New
from?
Jersey.
No.
Originally, but Western Jersey, so like close to PA. And my siblings would always be like, bats like to like sweep in on like people with dark hair. So we'd be like, you know, having fun like in our backyard and be like, oh.
Did you go to school here?
I went to Coastal Carolina University, graduated, and then I was like, oh my god, why would I go back to Jersey when I could just live here, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a super, like, I'm not a 9-to-5 person. I tried to do it, but now I just, like, I'm super into, like, animal rescue and
What do you do
stuff
for
like
work?
that. Huh?
Is that what you do for work?
As of right now, I'm, like, half animal rescue, half surveying. I used to work at Total Quality Logistics.
Oh, like roadside survey?
No, Total Quality Logistics is, I was a freight broker. I was a broker. Like, it was hard ass work. But, and I was making, like, mad money. But I just didn't want to, like, sit in front of, like, a screen anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So then I quit that, and then I decided that I wanted to, like, you know, be happy. So, I'm currently, like, serving right now and just saving up money. And I also help friends with, like, animal, like, rescue and stuff like that. So I just got this new kitten, and his name is Theodore, but I named him Theo.
So what?
Because I have a Joseph, but his name is Joey. So, you know what I mean? It's like
How many cats?
Joseph, Joey, and then Theodore, Theo. So 2 now.
2?
Yeah. Do you have any cats?
Hold on, y'all. She's starting to annoy the hell out of me.
Spring.
Let me see if we can speed
Or her
this.
name.
Winston.
What is it?
Winston.
Winston?
Yep, like the
That's a
cigarette.
cute name. I don't smoke cigarettes, so I don't know. But do you have any animals?
No,
I can't call my dad.
not right now.
Why?
You already explained that to me.
Yeah, we still have to do all this administrative stuff first, and then once we get some of that stuff done, then you'll be good to do it. Alright, you're good.
Recording 25.
Alright, so I'm going to go over a bunch of stuff, right? They've already explained to you that this is recorded. You're also being recorded on this body cam, okay? I'm going to be typing this information, and I'm going to be asking you a couple questions and explaining everything as I go.
On prompt somewhere in there. Oh, yeah, you got it.
Oh my God.
Section 56.5.29.45, South Carolina Code of Laws, 1976, as amended, or a law enforcement officer has probable cause to believe that you have violated this section.
When can I
The
pause?
officer, and hold on, the officer has directed that samples be taken for alcohol and or drug testing. The samples will be taken and tested according to Section 56.5.29.50 and SLED policies. Pursuant to Section 56.5.29.46, you must submit to either one or a combination of chemical tests for the purposes of determining the presence of alcohol, drugs, or a combination of alcohol and drugs. The resistance, obstruction, or opposition to testing pursuant to Section 56.5.29.46 is evidence admissible at trial. If you have an alcohol concentration of 1/15, 100 to 1%, 0.15%, or more, your privilege to drive in South Carolina must be suspended for at least 1 month, with the option of ending the suspension if you enroll in the Ignition Interlock Device program. You have the right to...
nobody read them to me. So I want to go. Hello? Anyone? Does anyone have to say anything? And I want to go. Nobody read my Miranda rights. Did you? Did you? Did anybody? No, nobody
On
did.
the piece of paper is the
Nobody
case
read my Miranda rights, and I would like to get picked up right now. Please. Does everybody want to say anything about that? Or what? Can I please get picked up now? Nobody read my Miranda rights before I was arrested, and I would like to go now. Please. Hello? Anyone? Does anyone have to say anything? You?
I wasn't there.
Okay, so I wasn't read my Miranda rights. So what? Now what? What happens now? I would like to know. You know? What happens?
Hey, this is just a side note. I bet you she got some dude head over heels over her. She is crazy as cat shit, and she probably got some bomb. Somebody is crazy over her. I'm telling you.
What happens?
Ma'am, just sit there and
Nobody read me my Miranda rights, so I would like to have my
They
phone.
were read on scene. If you don't remember.
No, I do remember, and nobody read them to me. So I want to go home.
Relax.
No. I want to go home.
You cannot go home.
I want to go home.
I know you want to go home, but you're not going home. So just relax.
Nobody read me my Miranda rights.
You said that a bunch. We heard you.
Okay, so
what? Just hang back. That means sit there quietly until I'm done, and we'll go from there.
So I'm arrested.
Right, eyes,
But
you're
I'm
right.
not arrested.
No, you're arrested.
But I didn't get my Miranda rights read to me.
No, you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
I will read them to you again if you would like.
No, I never got them read to me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not arrested right now, actually, technically. So can I please have my phone?
No, you cannot.
Why? Because I'm arrested? Well, I never got my Miranda rights read to me, so does that make sense? No, it doesn't. So can I please have a phone call?
Not right now.
Why? Why not?
Because I said so.
Oh, why?
Oh my God. You know what? She's ruined it for this whole thing.
Huh? I'm a little confused here.
Let's get to the end.
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Would you like to provide a better sample?
I would like to talk to
You are not going to talk to anybody.
Then no.
Okay, that's refusing.
Samantha didn't survive her injuries. She'd been married about 6 hours. Arik lived. So did the two relatives riding with them. Both hurt. Jamie Komorowski was charged with felony DUI, reckless homicide, and 2 counts of DUI causing great bodily injury. She never went to trial. She pleaded guilty to all of it, and the judge gave her every year he had. 25 years. One for every year she'd been alive the night of the crash. She's worked as a teacher's assistant since she went in, and she's stayed out of trouble. There's one moment on the roadside tape before the handcuffs, before any of the arguing, where she asked if the bride was okay and told an officer to go check on her. That was the last time in hours of recording that she asked about anybody in that golf cart. Everything after it was about a phone call. If this one got to you, subscribe. New body cam cases every week on Women of Crime Body Cam.
That one got to me. Wow, they threw the, and rightfully so. If they watched that video on court, they was like, nah, you got to go sit down for a minute. you gotta go chill out. Like, cause you just wait, you're doing too much. So this one, I think this is one of them, like cold cases. It's a short one, so we can breeze through it. But it says she trusted him. She never suspected him.
16-year-old Fawn Marie Cox was standing behind a cash register at Worlds of Fun amusement park. It would create a two-tiered join. While the rest of the world was watching the Berlin Wall begin to crack, 16-year-old Fawn Marie Cox was standing behind a cash register at Worlds of Fun amusement park, dreaming about simpler things. She'd been saving her tips all summer, every dollar carefully tucked away because she wanted to buy her own car before senior year. Independence, freedom, a future. She had no idea she had less than 12 hours to live. Fawn lived at East 9th Street on Van Brunt Boulevard with her parents, John and Beverly Cox, and her 2 younger sisters, Amber and Felisa. She was the responsible one, the eldest daughter who helped raise her siblings, who worked long shifts without complaint, who roller skated with her sisters on weekends, and never missed church on Sundays. Her best friend Donna McGee lived across the street, and together they'd spend summer evenings talking about boys, about high school drama, about everything and nothing. The cash register dinged. Another family bought tickets. Fawn smiled, counted change, handed over the stubs. She didn't know that the person who would murder her that night was someone she trusted. Someone who had eaten dinner at her family's table. Someone who knew exactly which window to climb through. And for 31 years, he would get away with it. To understand what happened that night, you need to understand one critical detail about the Cox family home.
What's that?
It was a house where safety was an illusion. The two-story house on Van Brunt Boulevard sat in the shadow of the 9th Street Dogs, a local gang notorious for burglaries and violence. John and Beverly had converted their dining room into a bedroom on the first floor to give their daughters more space upstairs.
All right.
Fawn had her own room across from where Amber and Felisa slept. The bathroom was old and interconnected, the kind where you could hear everything through the walls. But here's what made the house vulnerable.
What?
The windows were almost never locked. Years earlier, the family had accidentally locked themselves out. Amber, tomboyish and fearless, had climbed the side of the house to Fawn's second-floor window and gotten them back inside. After that, it became family policy. Keep the windows unlocked during summer for ventilation, for emergency access, for the cool breeze that made the upstairs heat bearable. It was practical. It was innocent. It was also an open invitation to anyone who knew the house well enough. Outside, in the alleyway, John's bright orange dumpster truck sat parked directly beneath the girl's upstairs window. It had been there so long nobody thought about it anymore. Just part of the landscape. But that truck would become a ladder for a killer. July 25th became July 26th, 1989. Around 11 o'clock that night, Beverly and Felisa drove to Worlds of Fun to pick up Fawn. She slid into the back seat, exhausted, her feet aching from hours of standing. All she wanted was her bed. When they got home, the house was sweltering. The Cox family only had one air conditioning unit, a loud, ancient machine crammed into the window of the parents' bedroom downstairs.
Okay.
It rumbled and wheezed like a dying engine, drowning out almost every other sound in the house. Felisa had taken to sleeping on the couch in her parents' room just to escape the heat. But Fawn valued her privacy. She didn't mind sleeping in the warmth if it meant having her own space. So while her family settled downstairs in the cool air, Fawn climbed the stairs alone. She changed into her nightshirt. Her bedroom door lock had been broken for months, so she wedged a steak knife into the doorframe, a teenager's improvised security system. Then she set her alarm, climbed into bed, and closed her eyes. Downstairs, the air conditioner roared. John Cox, a notoriously deep sleeper, was already snoring. Beverly and Felisa drifted off on the couch. Amber was across the street babysitting. The house settled into silence, but someone was already inside, hidden somewhere in the upstairs hallway, waiting in the darkness, watching Fawn's door. Between midnight and 2 in the morning, the family's little poodle began to whimper. The dog, pregnant, normally calm, suddenly became frantic. It barked with an urgency that cut through even the rumble of the air conditioner.
Okay.
Felisa stirred on the couch, groggy and irritated. She got up, went to the dog, spoke softly until it quieted down. Half asleep, she assumed the restlessness was just pregnancy nerves. She went back to bed.
Oh, she was
That was the
pregnant?
only disturbance anyone remembered. But that dog knew. Animals sense danger in ways we can't. That poodle was screaming a warning no one understood. The night went on. The air conditioner hummed. The family slept. And upstairs, in Fawn's bedroom, something unspeakable was happening. Morning came slowly on July 26th, 1989. Around 9 or 10 o'clock, Fawn's alarm clock began to ring. It was one of those old, relentless alarms, the kind designed to wake the dead. It rang, and rang, and rang. But Fawn didn't turn it off. John Cox, needing the upstairs bathroom, made his way up the stairs. He passed Fawn's room, noted the blaring alarm. The bathroom was connected to her bedroom. Old house design, no real privacy. He'd seen his daughter in her nightclothes during these morning routines before. It was never strange, but this morning felt different. He glanced into her room.
Uh-oh.
Fawn was lying in bed, motionless, in an odd position. He noticed she wasn't wearing underwear beneath her nightshirt. Concerned but not alarmed, he quickly pulled a blanket over her to preserve her modesty, then continued to the bathroom. He thought she was just sleeping deeply. Downstairs, Beverly Cox was growing uneasy. That alarm had been ringing far too long. Fawn was never a heavy sleeper. She called up to Felisa. "Go check on your sister." Felisa climbed the stairs, irritation mixing with worry. She pushed open Fawn's door. "Hey, wake up!"
Then she saw it. Fawn was lying completely still. Her body had an unnatural rigidity. Her skin had turned a disturbing shade of blue. There was fabric, a gown, wrapped tight around her neck. Felisa screamed. Beverly Cox ran up those stairs faster than she'd ever moved in her life. When she saw her daughter lying there, lifeless, her mind couldn't process it. For one desperate, irrational moment, she wondered if Fawn had done this to herself. She dialed 911, hands shaking so violently she could barely hold the phone. The ambulance arrived within minutes, but it was already too late. Fawn had been dead for hours, her body cold, stiff with rigor mortis. The paramedics stepped back. This was a crime scene now. When Amber came home from babysitting, she found police cars lining the street, yellow tape across the front door, investigators swarming the house. Her parents were in shock. Felisa was sobbing, and upstairs, detectives were beginning to understand exactly what had happened. What they found would haunt Kansas City for the next 31 years. The detectives who entered Fawn's bedroom knew immediately this was no accident. She had been strangled. The medical examiner confirmed it. Strangulation was the cause of death, but there was more. Fawn had also been sexually assaulted. This wasn't random. This was deliberate, brutal, personal. But the crime scene told a confusing story. In Fawn's closet, blankets had been yanked out and left in a heap on the floor. Down in the yard below the second-story window, the window to Amber and Felisa's room, investigators found a stereo and a Nintendo console just sitting in the grass, as if someone had thrown them out the window, planning to grab them on the way out, then abandoned them in a panic. The entry point was obvious. Someone had climbed John's orange dumpster truck, scrambled onto the canopy of the outbuilding, and slipped through the unlocked window. Inside, crime scene techs collected evidence. Short hairs that didn't belong to Fawn,
Toronto,
small
what
bloodstains, and critically, traces of semen on her bedsheet. In 1989, that DNA evidence was nearly useless. All they could do was compare blood types. No databases, no genetic markers, just educated guesses. They also found something strange, an old army cap in Fawn's room. None of her family recognized it. Fawn never wore anything like that. Whose was it? And then there was the steak knife, the same one Fawn had used to secure her broken door lock. Found at the scene, possibly used to intimidate her into silence. One detail troubled investigators more than anything. Fawn's bed was on wheels. In a violent struggle, that bed would have rolled across the room unless someone held it steady. Did that mean there were two attackers? One assaulting Fawn, the other keeping the bed from moving? But if that was true, why did the DNA evidence show only one person? It was a question that would go unanswered for decades. Within weeks, police attention turned to the 9th Street Dogs. The gang was notorious in the area. Burglaries, thefts, violence. Everyone in the neighborhood knew them. Everyone feared them. But there was another connection. Fawn had been dating someone tied to the gang. After her death, the boyfriend was so destroyed, he enlisted in the military and left Kansas City entirely, as if trying to outrun the memory. Then, in August 1989, just 1 month after the murder, police arrested 3 teenagers. One of them was in Fawn's class at Northeast High School. The other 2 were known associates. A witness had come forward with detailed information the police had deliberately withheld from the public. This witness knew things only someone involved could know.
Criminals always got
For
a
the first
nut on
time
the
since
scene.
Fawn's death, her family felt hope. One of the teenagers was charged by a grand jury with first-degree murder. He spent 8 months in jail while prosecutors built their case, and then everything collapsed. The DNA didn't match, the fingerprints on the knife didn't match, and the witness, the linchpin of the entire case, suddenly recanted. They claimed they'd lied. They stopped cooperating. Without testimony, without DNA, the prosecution had nothing. All 3 suspects were released. Charges dropped. But before they walked free, one of them confessed. During interrogation, he admitted breaking into the Cox house that night. He described climbing the orange truck, crossing the canopy, slipping through the window. He even gave details the police hadn't released, like how when he threw the tape recorder out the window, the handle snapped off. He told them exactly where he'd hidden it, under a bush near the house. Police searched. They found it, right where he said. This wasn't a guess. This was someone who'd been there, but he insisted he and his friends only came to steal. They took the Nintendo, the stereo, some radios, tossed them out the window to collect on the way out. According to him, they never went into Fawn's room, never saw her, never knew a murder had happened. Then, just as quickly, he withdrew the confession, stopped talking. The story evaporated. Without his testimony, without DNA linking them to the assault and murder, prosecutors had nothing. The case went cold. For the Cox family, this was torture. They knew those boys had been in the house. The confession proved it. One of them even spent 8 months in jail for stealing Fawn's belongings. But knowing and proving are 2 different things. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Months became years. And Fawn's real killer kept walking free. The Cox family refused to let Fawn become another forgotten statistic.
DNA
Throughout the
got his
1990s
ass.
and 2000s, John and Beverly became warriors for their daughter. They held fundraisers, erected billboards across Kansas City, offered rewards, $3,000 in 2000, then $10,000 in 2019. Beverly gave interview after interview, her voice steady but broken. Money does a lot on the streets. That's what we're hoping and praying for. Amber became the family's relentless investigator. She scoured every true crime forum, every cold case website, every mention of Fawn's name. When she found discussions about the case, she'd reach out, thank people, ask if they had real information. In 2018, she posted detailed facts on a verified cold case forum, information the police had never made public. She explained that normally she would have been sleeping in the room where the burglars entered. But that night, she'd been babysitting. The killers had either gotten lucky or they'd been watching long enough to know the family's schedule. Despite everything, the case stayed frozen. Why? Because in 1989, DNA technology barely existed. Even in the early 2000s, when databases like CODIS went online, Fawn's DNA samples were uploaded and checked against thousands of criminals. No matches. The DNA didn't belong to anyone in the system. The Cox family watched other cold cases from the 70s and 80s get solved using genetic genealogy, the same breakthrough that caught the Golden State Killer. Why not Fawn's case? The answer was crushing. Money. Most people don't realize that solving cold cases isn't just about science, it's about funding. Advanced DNA testing, genetic genealogy, is expensive. Only a handful of labs worldwide can do it. Waiting lists stretch for years. Police departments have to choose which cases get priority. For years, the Kansas City police told the Cox family the same thing. We're working on it. We just need funding. In 2019, the family decided to take control. They launched a fundraiser to pay for the testing themselves. Within weeks, they raised $10,000 plus the cost of genealogical analysis.
Okay.
They walked into the police department with the money, ready for answers. The police said no.
What?
Detective Benjamin Caldwell explained the impossible position. If they accepted money from one family, it would create a two-tiered justice system. Wealthy families could pay to solve cases faster. Poorer families would wait indefinitely. It wasn't fair. It wasn't right. The Cox family understood the logic, but understanding didn't ease the pain. Felisa said it plainly. If this had been a rich family or someone important, this case would have been solved immediately.
Exactly.
She was right. But in the summer of 2020, everything changed. In June 2020, the federal government launched Operation Legend, a massive initiative to combat violent crime in American cities, named after 4-year-old Legend Taliaferro, murdered in Kansas City. The operation brought something the Cox family had been praying for: federal funding, FBI resources, advanced labs, genetic genealogy testing. Captain Ben Caldwell, recently promoted, saw an opportunity. He submitted Fawn's case for the new testing protocol. It was approved. The DNA samples collected in 1989, the semen from Fawn's bedsheet, were sent to Parabon Nanolabs, one of the world's leading genetic genealogy firms. The process is remarkable. Instead of just comparing DNA to criminal databases, genetic genealogy compares it to millions of people who've uploaded DNA to ancestry websites. Scientists build family trees, identifying distant relatives, slowly narrowing the suspect pool. It's painstaking, but it works. For weeks, the Cox family waited, barely breathing. Then, on November 11th, 2020, 31 years and 4 months after Fawn's murder, the Kansas City police called with news. They'd identified the killer. The name shattered everything the family thought they knew. Donald Lee Cox, Jr. Not a stranger. Not a 9th Street dog. Not some faceless monster from the shadows. Donald Cox was Fawn's cousin. He was 21 years old when he murdered her, just 5 years older. He knew the house intimately, had been a guest there dozens of times. He knew which windows stayed unlocked. He knew the family's routines. He knew Fawn would be alone upstairs that night. And he used every bit of that knowledge to rape and strangle her. For 31 years, Donald sat at family dinners. He passed the salt at Christmas. He looked John and Beverly in the eye at Thanksgiving. He attended Fawn's funeral and mourned alongside the family whose daughter he'd murdered. He never said a word. According to Amber, there had always been something dark about Donald. She later revealed he'd sexually abused younger girls in the family, secrets buried in shame and fear. But no one imagined he was capable of murder. The family would never confront him in court. Because Donald Lee Cox Jr. died in 2006, 14 years before science caught up to him, he overdosed on drugs. His death was investigated due to suspicious circumstances, and during the autopsy, investigators preserved a blood sample. But because Donald was the victim in that case, his DNA was never entered into criminal databases. It just sat in storage, waiting. In 2020, when Parabon built the genetic family tree, it led directly to Donald. Detectives requested his stored blood sample and compared it to the semen from Fawn's bedroom. 100% match, 31 years. And the monster had been hiding at the family table all along. Even with Donald identified, questions remain. What about the 3 teenagers? The ones who confessed to the burglary? The ones whose stolen items littered the yard? Did Donald work with them? Was he part of the break-in, then stayed behind when things went too far? Or did he enter separately, hiding in that upstairs closet while the boys looted downstairs, waiting for his moment? Police closed the case without additional charges. According to Felisa, there was no point. Even if those boys were in the house, there's no evidence they participated in murder. Only Donald's DNA was found on Fawn. Maybe they never knew what he did. Maybe they threw those items out the window and ran, and Donald stayed behind in the darkness. We'll never know. The second question is darker. In 1984, 5 years before Fawn's murder, a 20-year-old woman named Tracy Snow vanished from the same neighborhood. She was Fawn's neighbor. She was never found. Donald Cox would have been 16. Could he have been responsible? How many other victims might there be? How many families are still waiting for answers about daughters who never came home? Donald lived 17 years after killing Fawn. He was arrested repeatedly for theft and drugs. He caused pain everywhere he went. Then his addiction killed him. Some call it karma. Others call it escape. Fawn Marie Cox was 16 years old when she died. She was saving her tips to buy a car. She roller skated with her sisters on weekends. She never missed church. She had friends, dreams, a future waiting. All of it was stolen on July 26, 1989. Her family spent 31 years refusing to let her be forgotten. Billboards, fundraisers, interviews. They never stopped fighting. And eventually, the truth emerged. But it came with unbearable pain. Because the man who murdered Fawn was supposed to protect her. He was family. Captain Ben Caldwell said it best. This one touched a lot of people because she was an innocent child who was murdered in her own bed. Fawn's case shows how far forensic science has come and how fragile justice can be. Without genetic genealogy, Donald Cox would have died anonymous, and the Cox family would never have known. Her story reminds us of three things. Evil doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes it sits at your dinner table, passing the potatoes, smiling. Justice delayed is not justice denied. Even decades later, science can give victims a voice, and families like the Coxes, who refuse to surrender, who fight year after year, are the true heroes. Fawn should be 51 today. She should have graduated, married, had children, grown old with her sisters. Instead, she's frozen at 16. But she is not forgotten. In 1989, Fawn left behind a silent witness, DNA evidence that couldn't speak yet. In 2020, science finally gave that witness a voice. The orange dumpster truck still sits in some old photo, parked beneath the window. The window that was always unlocked, always welcoming the breeze. It was a symbol of trust, of family, of home, until it became a ladder for betrayal. Now that the case is solved, those symbols have changed. The truck is no longer just a killer's tool. It's a piece of evidence that led to truth. The unlocked window is no longer just vulnerability. It's a reminder that sometimes the danger doesn't come from outside. It's already inside.
The call came from in the house. That was wild. Now listen, I usually wouldn't sit through and listen to that one, but that story kind of had me captivated. I'm like, oh, what? Jeez Louise. Not the cousin. Dang, cuzzo. Dang, cuzzo. That's what we doing? I guess. All right, so let me see. What time is it? 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock, y'all. I did only want to kind of do like a little 2 hours. How y'all feeling? Y'all still up with me? How y'all feeling? Huh? Y'all want some more crime? Y'all want some more crime? That was wild. Thousands though. I give it up. That was a greatly curated story on my mama. That was crazy. Crazy Von Lazy Daisy. What y'all think? Y'all want some new crime? Let me see. It's three where I'm at. You awake? I Vic say they with me. Sister. What y'all doing up so late watching crime with me for? What y'all up all late watching crime? It's 5 p.m. where I am. I'm up for more. Where you at, Spider Boo? 5 p.m. What the hell could you you overseas somewhere, ain't you? Where you at? Uh-oh, where my stuff at? That's my 12 o'clock alarm. Australia? Ah, ha, 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 that's dope. keep keep it P podcast is a global show. I keep telling y'all that. Look, they don't be believing me when I tell them. You never know who watching the Keep It P podcast. We had matter of fact, hey y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to do something different, right? If y'all look in the chat all the programs, there is a link there. And the link is for anybody that has some stories of crime. What I decided I'm gonna do is I'll let you be anonymous. You know, I don't got no way to get up with you or nothing, so you ain't got to show your picture. But if you want to come on and tell a story of crime, I might give you a little time. Y'all see them links down there, don't y'all? Huh? Yeah, I'm trying something different. I want to hear from the people. Keep It P podcast is for the people. So, is there any people that want to speak? There's a few rules. Ain't no trolling. And the chat is going to determine how long you get to stay. If you get to sounding like you lying or your story don't make sense or any of that, the chat is gonna kick you out. Well, okay, Pepper, but what I see, okay, this is what I'm saying. I would hope that did nobody get up here and only tell a crime like that they've been tried and convicted for and already served their time for. That hope you ain't telling about no crime you done did that you done got away with and you think you're gonna get away because you never know who watches Keep It P podcast. Or if you were involved in a crime, if you survived a crime, if a crime happened to your family members that you feel comfortable with sharing, this is a safe space for crime, okay? So if anybody has some crime, now is your time. I want to see how this go. It's new. I ain't done this before. This is new. A little crime music. Come on. Hey, who want to tell some crime tonight? Don't all talk at once. Uh-oh. Vic say he got a true murder of his friend. Vic, would you like to share with the rest of the true crime community? Also, I mean, if you're going to put it out there like that, you need to say some names or something. Was it in the news? Was it in the news? Uh-oh. Alicia says hey, you survived kidnapping? That sounds pretty interesting. Okay, y'all talking about this. Okay. Well, there's a link in the chat of all. There's a link in the chat on J Lava's channel and Keep It P Raw, because I noticed there wasn't a lot of people on Keep It P podcast. Maybe I should throw it in Keep It P podcast too, just for everybody, I guess. Hold on real quick. I don't think I put the link there in the Keep It P. Hold on, y'all, because I do want to give everybody. But if you want to come on up here and tell us your I survived story, that's nice. I like watching that type of stuff. I survived. A real live I survived. That's what's up. And this is a personal account, so I'm sure it's going to be interesting. What y'all think? Y'all think that's going to be interesting? Hold on, I got to change these thumbnails. I didn't notice that it don't got my late night with J Lava thumbnails on there. That's probably why the crowd ain't as big. Dang, I hate when the program do that. It got the thumbnail of the three African dudes out. We doing crime right now. I hate when they do that. Hold on real quick. I'm not looking at the screen real quick, so I can't see. But hold on, give me a quick second. I hate when it don't put my thumbnails up now. Make sure my thumbnails is good. Okay, yeah, we good. All right, so let me put that link. I think I put it in the Keep It P podcast already, if I'm not mistaken. But all you gotta do is hit the link. Hit that young linkity link. You look. You don't have to be seen. We don't have to show your face. All we got to do is hear your story. Who's gonna be the brave one to step up? I won't have any of your information. All you doing is clicking on the link and turning on your speaker. I mean, you're giving the thing the program access to your mic, and then you'll be on stage in the background, and then I'll pull you up. And we can get it in. Who want to come? Who want to talk? There you go. I put the link for everybody. If you don't see the link, then click on the channel and go to the channel and click on the video with the least amount of views. There's two streams. There's a vertical stream and there's a horizontal stream. If you click on the channel and go to the channel, scroll up a little bit and you'll see two streams. It's usually the bottom stream. Whatever stream that got the least amount of viewers on it right now is the big one. Plus you get to see what everybody typing in the chat. Oh damn, Reflex, that's terrible. Sorry to make you relive that. Damn. Come on, nobody, no crime. All right, we going to the next story. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm finna start opening up the live. Come on here and talk about survive. I survive. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I survive crime line. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have been a part of the crime. You could have. Well, Vic, come on now. What you doing, Vic? Your story is very traumatic. All you got to do is hit the link in the chat, so go to the channel, click on the channel, and get the landscape version, and you'll know you in the landscape version because you will see me in the little sliver of the screen and all the rest of the stuff to the left side with the chat. You know you on the portrait if you got the picture old girl up top and you got the chat below, right? No, not Young Pharaoh. I was just watching something about Young Pharaoh, man. With them little nails and all that on, doing all that poppity skippity popping he was doing. Oh, you must be watching O'Shea Duke Jackson too. I be scouring the internet. I be on everything because it's my job to know everything. Yeah, that Young Pharaoh situation, cuz went out bad, man. I guess I don't take away from the knowledge that he knew, but he's really on some sis boom bye right now. You have to have a Apple link along with the Android. Nah, it's just a regular link. This program is called Restream, and it's a streaming platform. So if you click on the link, you just come up in the back of the platform. You can do it from a laptop. You can do it from your phone, tablet. It don't matter. If all you got to do is hit the little link, boom. Don't worry about still watching the program and trying to talk at the same time. All you got to do is talk. They're going to be watching. You can watch it on the playback. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got somebody. Who we got? Y'all ready? Okay, we got Abe. Abe is bold enough to call in, y'all.
I did it.
Abe did it. What's up, fam?
Yeah, I got a good one for you.
Uh-oh. Abe say he got a good one for y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all gotta no, Vic can still come up. He can sit in the background. Vic ain't done, but Abe took your spot. Shout out to Abe.
I'm here.
Yeah. All right. Well, first off, this involving you or is it involving somebody else? Can't hear you, bros. I don't know if you on mute or not. So I married Michael Parks. Uh-oh. Look, confess to us like Whack 100 listening. Where you go, Abe? Hold on, let me. Abe, you in there, bro? Where you at, son? All right, Abe is having technical difficulties right now. I ain't gonna take you out. Okay, hold on. I think he just tapped in on another one.
Yeah. So
You had to tap in on another one. All right, that's
yeah.
cool. It's all right.
Well,
All right,
because
well, go ahead.
I got the link. I can put it out there for on the chat or send it to you after.
Yeah, anybody? Oh, you got the link to the actual crime?
Yeah, it's an hour-long thing. This girl, this is a big girl.
Put it in the chat, and I think I can grab it from there.
All right, yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm just so you know, I'm the one that got away. I it was a
Oh,
slasher film. I got away from.
is it something I could just look up online and
Yeah,
just pull up to
yeah,
make it easy? Okay, what's that?
absolutely, yeah. Well,
All
yeah,
right.
her name Kristen Hogan.
Okay, CHR.
KRI.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
Hogan.
her family's super wealthy, rich.
Okay,
And they try to keep the first letter of the name prior to the mom's got to have the Kim, the Kristen, Cat, and all, they do that.
okay.
Wealthy, like what? Like I'm
And
terrified.
what happened in this said situation so I can find it?
Attempted murder.
Ooh.
Yeah, poisoning putting antifreeze in the wine of her strain.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
got out
I
of
found. All right, I got it right here. All right, come on. Come
it.
on. Hold on. Hold on. We finna get to it. Hold on. Let me move the boxes around, and I'm gonna put us over here. I'm gonna make sure that they can see what we're talking about while we're talking about it.
Right.
Hold on. Do I gotta take off my Hold on. Let me remove my damn You know how you got to do the ad blocker.
Yeah, I can tell you I got NBC, Good Morning America, Netflix blowing my phone up and trying to get interviews. So I'm giving it to you live. I'm going to give it to
Okay,
you.
look, I got the NBC. So the Connecticut woman charged with poisoning a strange husband wine with antifreeze. Kristen Hogan, 33, was charged with attempt. Oh, come on, paywall. Attempted murder after she admitted having poured an unknown amount of ethanol glycol into her estranged husband's wine bottle, court documents.
Yeah.
All right, here. Let me get him fresh up, and then you gonna give us what we missed. This is a Connecticut woman was arrested last week and charged in an attempted murder after she attempted having poisoned her estranged husband's wine with an active ingredient or automobile antifreeze. Kristen Hogan, 33, was arrested on Friday. Told police that she poured an unknown amount of the antifreeze into her estranged husband's wine bottle. He drank from it on August 10th, and he became critically ill that night, according to the arrest from the police. And the affidavit, Hogan's lawyer, Mark Sherman, told NBC Monday that while it was premature to comment on the case specifics, the charges are widely inconsistent with Christian's reputation and loving and caring mother status, Sherman says. It also goes on to say that there are just accusations and we will take our time needing diligency in the investigation to defend Christian against the claims. In an interview with the Connecticut State Police on September 12th, the victim, who police did not name, told authorities that on August 5th, is that you?
I'm keeping it anonymous for now.
Right. Okay.
I'll give you. I'll let it go. I'll give you the inside after.
Okay.
Yeah. Excited
August
though.
5th, he hosted a family dinner and then received an unopened bottle of wine from his stepmother. And the affidavit said, and then he said that the family drank some of the wine and the leftovers wine, and she corked the rest and put it back in the refrigerator for that night. The victim told detectives on August 7th that he appeared at the Danbury Superior Court in response to a complaint filed by Hogan, who said she's supposed to have appeared in court that day to, but never showed up, according to the affidavit.
Never.
A victim was awaiting Hogan's arrival at the court. The affidavit said that she got a notification on the phone that Hogan's cell phone was uploaded to data with the Wi-Fi router at the residence, which she had full access to. And the victim told the authorities that the victim returned home and Hogan was not there, the affidavit said. On August 10th, the victim said he consumed a small amount of portion of the remaining wine, and him and his stepbrother had brought over a few days before. The affidavit said that they went to bed after they drank the wine and became increasingly ill throughout the night, promoting him to call his mother, who was nearby. It says that the victim's mother went to her son's residence to find him slurring his words, staggering, and vomiting. According to the affidavit, she took him to the hospital, and then they treated him for some symptoms, and the doctor said it was consistent with ethyl glycon poisoning. I'm gonna just go to the last paragraph to get it.
I got so much detail to fill in for you.
All right, last paragraph, y'all. It says the victim told the police that Hogan had been coming over to his house primary residence more often and offered to cook them dinner, which was highly odd. And the affidavit also goes on to say that he also said that Hogan had been bringing her child over more and more often. The interior cameras that were reinstalled within the residence recently went missing.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Bust it down.
Pressing it down. So I've met this girl at the dog park.
Okay.
It all started there. I think she got jealous because I was actually friends with someone else. Long story short, I'm gonna keep it as brief as I can.
No, elaborate. Now do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I'm going from the beginning. So
come on.
I'm not the one that got poisoned, but this poor guy, he had to go through dialysis, which is like the cousin of death. Like this guy went through the ringer. I'm lucky enough to cut her off before that. What happened was met her at the dog park, had a little relationship, dog sitting kind of thing. She kind of manipulated me to stay at her place more often, saying her ex-fiance is stalking her and he's mentally abusive, which is, you'll see she says that about every guy, like calling out witches.
So wait a minute. So
Slow
you
down.
got caught up with the crazy cooch?
Got up with a crazy cooch.
All right, go ahead.
And that's one of her manipulation. Like, how is she being extra nice to that guy all of a sudden? Because she was doing wrong behind closed scenes. She's doing wrong, and that's something red flags I should have picked up on.
Okay.
Because like I was doing her a favor and stuff, and she wasn't like doing anything special. And like I was like, I'm gonna go back to my house. Like I have a mortgage, I have tenants, like I have my own life. Like you live yours, I live mine. And I gave her the deuces and a piece. And she, her little vindictive like nepotism baby thing, had to get me back somehow. Like can just let me go, right? So we rekindle. She calls me and she says that I got her pregnant.
Oh shit!
Right, and this is where it's gonna get crazy because I was like, all right, like we'll do the mature thing. We can do this together. I'll help you through it.
Looking at this little mugshot, I know she was probably like made up when you see her, but she looked crazy as cat shit.
Oh, she's crazy as cat shit, 100%. But I think it really stems from her mom, like the worm tongue of the family, the one who's the one that brought the wine, the stepmom. Who's the one that's in the van giving out the niece and nephew instead of her own children for the paternity test? The mom was in the car. And of course, they're going to say the sister didn't know anything. But nah, the Nepo babies and the rich families, they have dinner together and alone together. Like no one else is allowed in that family, not even friends. They're not even allowed to have friends practically. They keep their money close and tight like that. Dang, so I feel bad for her because psychologically, I don't think she had friends. Her favorite show was the show Friends. You know what I mean?
Damn, you just gave us like the psychology of a man. You lucky, fam.
Oh, it's gonna get worse too. There's so much tea steaming in these cups. I'm ready to spill. I've been holding it too long. So,
go ahead.
Because like I'm like the thing is, they say she was a good mother and stuff like that. And I'll tell you what, my friend lived in the basement. I kept him like as a tenant, like, cause you never know. Like I kind of, I gotta have someone around I can trust cause this family's scary. Like they take me on vacations and then be like, I know someone, a friend of ours who gave the baby daddy of their daughter money and to stay away from it. Like are you trying to you can kill me with $10,000. The inflation goes up, but the price on someone's head stays the same. So like I'm terrified. Like
Damn.
so yeah, so I said, whatever, things were getting a little weird, and I'm like, you know what? I filed for a like I helped her. I kicked tenants out of my house to help give her a nice, easy, less stressful life into pregnancy. Delivered the baby, cut the umbilical cord, treated her like she was mine. 3 months later, filed for divorce for paternity tests. Wasn't mine. And prior to this is when I knew she was a killer, because 6 months into the pregnancy, she said, if I don't marry her, she'll abort the child.
At 6 months.
At 6 months. Well, the pregnancy dates were different because she said I got her pregnant, but in reality, it was, what I mean? There's some overlap in time. She was trying to play like, oh, I'm gonna have early pregnancy. It runs in our family, this and that. I'm like, all right, well, we'll get to this. I'll cook. I cooked her breakfast every morning, made her eggs, vegetarian, and I think that's another thing. She had 3 kids, and guess what?
What?
She posted bail because she got buku money, so she didn't have to be in jail. So she lived with her grandparents in Massachusetts with an ankle bracelet. No big deal for her, because guess what? She showed up to Danbury court last week. She's pregnant again. She's holding another child in her uterus hostage.
Damn. So, yeah, that sounds like. So, is that a psychopath or a sociopath? What category does that fall under?
She's got a little bit, but she's living in I think psychopath.
I was thinking more socio, but go on. Go ahead.
Shit, I think like I said, it's like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I do think a lot of it comes from the pressure she gets from her mom. Her dad's a very strong lawyer. He knows how to, keep it on face. But the mom, she's spiteful. She's a spiteful creature. Really.
So how she get to what was the kind of shit that tricked you into staying at her house? She was like
oh well, yeah.
How she get you to the house?
She definitely got tricks. I'm like, where'd you learn this? There's definitely some expertise on her psychopathic nature that unfolded in the sheets. But
man, I already know. You ain't telling me the crazy ones always got that for you.
Something to prove or something to really kind of.
No, but that's a manipulation tactic.
Yeah, yeah. And she'll say everyone else in the world is mentally abusive on her instead, when she's given everything in her life has been given to her silver spoon.
Man, that's crazy. Well, go ahead, man. I'll let you go ahead and have the last word.
The next court date is September 24th or something like that.
Okay.
I think I'm not gonna go. I know that reporters are gonna want to try to interview, catch me there, but I think I've given enough right here if they really want to look for it. But honestly, though, when my friend was here, she'd be screaming at the kid, Emma. Emma never cried in my arms. Mm-hmm. I think the mom would get jealous because that crying in her arms. She doesn't know how to hold a baby. I was the first one to hold her, and so my last word would be to all the guys that were hit by her, like straight up. I'm the one that got away. The other 2 guys were Huron victims, and I'm hoping that Coochie missed powders and getting them back for a 4th child, but like one of them or some random guy. I would say to you, not all glitter is gold or whatever you want to call it. But
yeah.
But yeah, like that, the family can easily take you off this rock if they so wanted to, and that's how Kristen values life. Apparently, she can hold it over people's head like a human trafficker. And I don't know what's going to happen with the lawyers, what they can do, but maybe we can't put her in jail and where she belongs with her mom. I think they should share the same cell, to be honest. But the least I can say is there's a huge red flag warning label on this girl right now, and I would read it very well. I would take the heed and warning and stay away from her.
Now your description of her and looking at her, boy,
she had better days. She had better days.
No, yeah, I know she's in jail and I know she's not made up. But what I'm saying, I'm looking at them eyes.
Yeah,
she got them crazy, sexy eyes. Like I already know you was.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you got out of there, fam.
She tries using them as much as she can. Me too.
And
I'm glad.
knowing is half the battle, so says G.I. Joe. Don't make no mistakes like that.
Good way to finish out. Well,
Yeah, for sure. Hey,
I'll
well,
put
thanks
the
for tapping in, man. We do crime every night, man.
yeah.
So you can tap in. I appreciate you, Abe.
Thanks.
Y'all give it up for Abe, man. He was the first one to kick it off, man. We doing some late night crime. That was a great one. That was wonderful. He came with receipts. We were able to pull up the picture of the crazy lady. That was phenomenal. That was it right there. I'm trying to tell y'all. Was there anybody else that wanted to come on up and come on up? Yeah. Thanks for sharing, buddy. Yes, that was the perfect first crime call ever. And be like him. You know what I'm saying? Let it be something that you survived. Let it be something that you overcame. Let it be, poor kid. Yeah. Poor kids. Lisa, yes. Lisa, yes. Man. And look, man, and this too though. Abe sounds like a really good guy. Like she messed up a really good dude. I'ma marry you, boo. I'ma make you an honest woman. I'ma take care of my shorty. And you out here sticking antifreeze and shit. God. Oh, Vic, you a woman? Come on, baby. You ready? Is you ready? All you got to do is click the link. You ain't got to be seen. All you got to do is click the link. And it's just like Abe did. I'll let you up. And then we'll hear what you got to say, hun. Okay? Yeah. Vicky? Is that what it is? The Vicster? We got a Vicky on this channel, Vicky Black Namera. She's one of our anchors on Keep It P podcast. Shout out to Vicky Black Namera. That's why you say Stingle today. Hey, what's up, Donna? How you feeling? Well, hit the link, shout it. All you gotta do, if you're on the landscape version, or I mean the portrait version, I don't know if you can see the link from there. But if you click on the channel, whatever channel you're on, J Lava, Keep It P, whatever, click on the link. Click on the channel. Go to the landscape so that you can see, the live chat. I have it pinned to the top of the chat, so just hit that. Boom, and then you in there. And we gonna hear from you. Oh yeah, this is fun. We're doing this. This is it going on. Like, we're gonna watch some crime and all of that too. But once we get some people in here, it's out there. I mean, I guess pretty soon everybody's gonna know about the link out there. You on Portrait? Okay. Portrait is the one where you got the picture of her above me and the chat below. So let me look at my phone. I think you go up to the top where it says, where you see the face of the channel, click on the channel, then you be on the channel, subscribe. Make sure you do that. And then you will see two lives. The live usually with the least amount of people on it is the big one. And it covers up the whole screen. It's not the sliver, it's the whole joint. But go ahead, baby. We'll wait for you now. Let me turn on some crime music. Can we get some crime music? Hey. Let me get some crime music. Hey, you know what? Just because this ain't the regular Keep It P podcast, can we get a roll call? Where y'all tapping in from watching this crime? Go ahead, do a roll call. Let me know the city, state, or the country, or the Providence, or whatever wherever you at. Where you at? Where you at, though? We got Amber, Arkansas up in here. That's what we got. We got Amber from Arkansas up in here. We got Canberra, Australia. We got NYC. We got Ohio up in this joint. We got Missouri watching crime tonight. We got Lawrence, Kansas watching crime. Tampa Bay, Florida in here. New Rochelle, New York. Who else we got? We got San Francisco up in here. Cali, Uptown. We got LA up in here. That's what's up. We got NYC to the LBC. By way of LBC. Philly all day, every day. From Cayenne to Pepper Lady. We got West Oakland in this thing. We got New York, New Jersey. The Twin Cities. We got West Virginia here. What? Alabama? What? What? Get to North Carolina? What? Miami? Nashville? What? New Hampshire? DC? I see you. North Carolina? Hold on, let me get that music back, Papa. Hold on, I gotta put that on repeat. Yeah. Who else? Richmond, VA, NYC, Rome, New York, the Yay area, Newark, East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, not the Duluth, not the up north Minnesota Duluth. Stockton, California, Germany in this thing. Oh, we got the Germany, Modesto. Oh, what's the other beat? Oh, I got 2 crime beats. That's one of the crime beats. And then hold on, I got the other crime beat. Hold on. Something going on with my little computer thing right quick. I don't know why I can't see what I need to see. The other beat is another beat that I had made. I'm a producer, and I didn't put it out, so it's kind of special. The beats that I play on here is only for here, so you won't hear them nowhere else. But I made them. I got to get to it. Something happening, like I can't close this little part on my thing, and I don't understand. But anyway, who else we got up in here? Modesto, Scotland. Damn, keep it P is. Yeah, we got Scotland in this jump. You sub, thank you. It's all good. You family. If you tap in, you family. You're part of the late night family. The late night crime with lava. The chat is frozen? Okay. You might could refresh or something like that. I'm not sure. I really never actually had control of the chat. But Vic, where you at, baby? I was waiting for you to tap in. You can tap in anytime. Anybody else got some crime, or are we finna go back? I mean, anybody else got a story? Because if not, we going back to the crime. Because I got some crime. That's what I do. I got crime. That's what I do now. We got the crime. I got crime. If y'all want some crime, y'all ready for some crime? Oxnard, California up in here. I see you. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to some crime. I keep my eye out for somebody in the chat. You know what I'm saying, that want to get down like they want to get down. But we had Abe come set it off. That's a hard act to follow right there. You like being up late with this group? Well, we like being up late with you, Amber. But yeah, let's get some crime. All right, I got something for you, boy. I got some real crime for you now. It's they kill a girlfriend. Eyes straight to the detective. thinks the act is working. You ain't fooling nobody.
All three of those guys. Tell me what you know. That's what I know. I told you the truth. I got nothing else to say.
This is Diamond Salazar, Esteban Lucero, and Caprice Cecilia, 3 teenagers being investigated for murder. And just like everyone who's ever committed a crime, they were convinced they'd gotten away with it. But there was evidence waiting for them, evidence none of them knew about.
Who's that gets out of the vehicle?
Diamond.
That's Diamond?
This is the chilling case of a 19-year-old girl who became the architect of a killing without ever pulling the trigger. Because what happened outside a Maverick gas station on March 25th, 2022 will challenge everything you think you know about mistaken identity, revenge, and how surveillance cameras have a way of destroying even the most carefully constructed defense. On the evening of March 25th, 2022, 19-year-old Diamond Salazar and her friend, 17-year-old Caprice Cecilia, drove to Columbus Park in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They were there to buy marijuana. Instead, they became victims of a violent robbery. As the two friends sat in the park, several masked men approached them. At first, it was difficult to understand what was happening. Then the guns came out. The masked men pistol-whipped both girls, stole a phone, cash, and other belongings, and fled the scene. There was never much dispute about this part of the story. The robbery was real. What investigators needed to understand was what happened afterward. Because the decisions Diamond Salazar made over the next hour would eventually put an innocent family directly in the path of deadly gunfire. Neither Diamond nor Caprice called the police. They did not go home. Instead, they used a phone tracking app to locate the stolen device. The signal led them toward a Maverick gas station on Princeton Drive, NE. Diamond immediately drove there with Caprice. When they arrived, Diamond made a phone call. Not to 911. Not to the police. She called someone else. Keep that in mind, because that decision would become one of the most important details in the entire case. About 30 minutes later, 3 teenage boys arrived at the gas station. Ty Ashton Gallegos, 16. Adam Cedillo, 16. And Esteban Lucero, 15. These were the people Diamond had called, and they did not arrive empty-handed. All 3 were carrying loaded firearms. 5 teenagers now stood in the parking lot, watching, waiting, and studying every vehicle that entered the gas station. At first glance, it might have seemed like they were trying to find the people responsible for the robbery, but what happened next suggested something very different. At exactly 8:40 p.m., a black SUV pulled into the Maverick station. Behind the wheel was Jonathan DeMatteis. In the passenger seat sat his fiancée, 28-year-old Kayla Montano. Also inside the vehicle were Kayla's 7-year-old daughter, her brother, and her brother's girlfriend. They were on their way to Topgolf. They had stopped for gas and snacks before continuing their evening. None of them knew they had just driven into the middle of someone else's search for revenge. The moment Diamond saw the SUV, she yelled to the others, more than once. Then she stepped back. The 3 boys moved toward the gas pumps. What happened next was captured on surveillance cameras and would later become some of the most important evidence in the case. As soon as Diamond identified the SUV, Ty Ashton, Adam Cedillo, and Esteban Lucero opened fire. More than 30 rounds were fired at the vehicle. Inside the SUV, confusion turned into terror. Kayla Montano had been struck by gunfire. She screamed for DeMatteis to move the vehicle. Running on pure adrenaline, he threw the SUV into reverse, struck a gas pump, and accelerated away from the station. He had been shot in the back. Another bullet had grazed his head, but he kept driving. Nearly 2 miles from the gas station, the vehicle finally came to a stop. DeMatteis survived, but Kayla did not. She was pronounced dead after suffering multiple gunshot wounds. Her 7-year-old daughter survived physically unharmed, and so did everyone else in the back seat. But the emotional damage would last far longer. A little girl had just watched her mother die. Kayla's brother had watched his only sister get shot for reasons he could not understand, and DeMatteis had watched the woman he planned to marry take bullets meant for someone else, because that was the most devastating part. The family had absolutely nothing to do with the robbery at Columbus Park. They did not know Diamond Salazar. They had never met her. They had simply stopped for gas. Meanwhile, the 5 teenagers fled the scene in 2 separate vehicles. They believed they had gotten away with it, but investigators would soon discover that they were not nearly as careful as they thought. One of the Maverick surveillance cameras captured a partial license plate number from a vehicle leaving the scene. Detectives ran the information. The registration came back to Caprice Cecilia, and just like that, the investigation began moving in a very different direction. Police eventually made contact with Cecilia, and that conversation would become the beginning of the end.
Who's that gets out of the vehicle?
Diamond.
That's Diamond? Okay. Alright. So Diamond's wearing all black and she gets out of the passenger side, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have, in this picture, we have Esteban in yellow, Diamond in black, female passenger. Male in black is Ty, and then the one in white is Adam. Either part. Okay. Let's go get a little bit further up. Could you stay in the car for a little bit? What were you doing in the car and all this? When they were talking outside, what were you doing?
Just listening. I don't really know anything about them. stuff right.
Gotcha. This is just a few minutes later, 2041. The other one was about 2037. What's happening there who's sitting on that passenger door?
Pretty sure it's Diamond.
Cecilia told investigators everything. She described the robbery at Columbus Park. She explained how Diamond tracked the stolen phone to the Maverick gas station, and she told detectives what happened after Diamond called her friends to the scene. For investigators, it was the breakthrough they had been waiting for. Cecilia's statement connected names, vehicles, phone records, and surveillance footage that had previously existed as separate pieces of evidence. The investigation accelerated, and as detectives dug deeper, they uncovered something they had not known before. Diamond Salazar was connected to one of the shooters. That discovery would become a major focus of the case, but investigators were not relying on Cecilia's account alone. They also had the testimony of someone who had been sitting inside the SUV when the gunfire erupted, someone who had watched the entire attack unfold from just a few feet away. Kayla Montano's brother's girlfriend survived the shooting. Physically, she escaped without injury. Emotionally, the experience stayed with her. When investigators asked her what happened that night, her account painted a terrifying picture of the moments before Kayla was killed, and her description matched what surveillance cameras had already recorded.
We didn't say anything to them. We didn't even have the door windows down.
Did anybody from the vehicle get down? So
We didn't even completely park. We had just barely pulled in, and we saw what was going on. We were about to leave, and they started shooting at us.
By late May 2022, Albuquerque police had identified all 5 suspects. Now, investigators wanted to hear their versions of what happened, and the first person brought in was Diamond Salazar.
Hi, Diamond. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on in.
Diamond remained calm. If she was nervous, she did not show it. From the very beginning, she appeared determined to build her defense before any charges had even been filed.
I got robbed at gunpoint, and it wasn't really such a big thing. Just I got pistol whipped a few times, and it was done after that. Nothing really serious happened.
So, young lady, I need you to be honest with me, okay? All right, because I know of another incident that took place after this that you were involved with, okay? So we can either go where you deny it all, or you can be honest and tell me your side of the story.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know at all?
No.
Okay. Even though I have you on video?
No.
No? Were you ever at the Maverick gas station?
No, sir.
Off of Comanche?
No, sir.
No? Not at all?
Mm-hmm.
Giving you an opportunity here. I want to talk to you about that. Okay, because I know what happens, and I know you didn't shoot. So this is an opportunity for you to be clean and tell me what happened.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Yes, you do. I wouldn't just be making this stuff up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you meet up with anybody else at that Maverick?
I was never at that Maverick.
Do you have a boyfriend named Esteban?
No.
By that point, investigators already knew something Diamond did not want to discuss. They had uncovered evidence that she was in a relationship with Estevian Lucero, one of the shooters, but Diamond denied it. She denied the relationship, she denied key parts of the investigation, and she continued denying involvement even though detectives already had surveillance footage, phone records, and Cecilia's statement.
Now, you were in the white car sitting there. I know you were out talking, but when the actual shooting happens, you were in the white car. I just need to know, what was the conversations like? What were you guys talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Was it because of this? Is that why you called them to meet you up there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No?
I never went to that gas station.
You never, so when I get proof that you were there, and your phone was there, even though I don't have your phone, what's that going to tell me?
I wasn't there.
Okay. And if you are there, then that's going to show me that you're lying, correct?
I wasn't there.
So you're telling me, let me make sure. So you were at home, you never went to the Maverick gas station on Comanche Freeway?
No, sir.
Okay. Were you around the shooting that night?
No, sir.
Were you with Esteban that night?
No, sir.
Were you with Esteban ever at a gas station like Maverick?
No, sir.
Diamond was determined to stick to her story. The question now was whether any of the others would do the same. So detectives turned their attention to Ty Ashton Gallegos. Unlike Diamond's interview, this conversation began on a surprisingly relaxed note.
How's it going? Is it Ty? Yes. Alright, my name is John. This is my partner Leah. Every time we talk to people, we have to record our conversations, okay? Sorry. That's just our policy now. We have to record all of our conversations. How was that water?
It was good. My mouth was dry.
Your mouth was dry?
Yeah.
Okay, you spit in it or what?
Yeah, I haven't seen my mouth.
Alright. You doing okay?
No, I'm actually cold for some reason.
You're
I'm tired.
You're what? You're cold for, and what'd you say though after that?
I'm tired.
Low iron.
Low iron. Okay. Sorry.
Same. I totally get you. I get really cold too.
Yeah, right now I guess I have a little bit more insulation. Both days, so
hot.
I'm a little bit right now doing okay. So, but it is kind of cold here.
But that changed the moment the real questioning began, because Ty immediately made a request that caught everyone off guard.
So, Ty, I want to talk to you about some things, but
I need my mom to be here.
What's that?
I said I need my mom to be here.
You want your mom to be here?
Yes.
You need a lawyer, dude.
I've been asking, but they said I had to wait till you.
Okay. No problem. I'm gonna get your full information first, and then get the number for your mom.
Ty wanted his mother. The request created an irony that was difficult to ignore. Just weeks earlier, a 7-year-old girl had watched her mother die in the passenger seat of an SUV. Now, one of the teenagers accused of causing that death was asking for his own mother to come help him. Ty's mother arrived at the station shortly afterward. She appeared to believe she was dealing with the kind of trouble many parents eventually face with a teenager. What she did not yet understand was how serious the allegations against her son really were.
So I'll be very honest, okay? It is involving a shooting that took place at a gas station, and we have extremely good video. Okay, do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Okay, do you have any idea about any type of shooting or any type of incident that your son was involved with Ty because he was driving that vehicle?
No.
No?
The interrogations yielded nothing. Diamond stuck to her story. Ty stuck to his. Neither was willing to place themselves at the Maverick gas station, but there was one person investigators believed might crack. Remember the connection investigators had uncovered between Diamond and one of the shooters? Estevian Lucero. He was Diamond's boyfriend. Unlike Diamond, he did not deny the relationship when detectives asked about it.
What's your girlfriend's name?
Her name is Diamond.
Diamond? Why was that difficult for you to say that?
Because I don't want to give you all my girlfriend's name.
I got you. Alright. We'll just keep it a Diamond for now. Is that cool? Okay. So you were at Diamond's house off of Comanche? You know more or less where off of Comanche?
No, I don't.
Okay.
She picked me up, and then her mom and her picked me up, and then I went to her house.
Okay. How long have you been going out with Diamond?
Like 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks? Okay. What does Diamond look like?
She's tall.
She's tall?
She has brown eyes.
Brown eyes?
Yeah.
She like
Her
tall?
hair is darker too.
Okay.
So not super tall.
Okay. So is as tall as you? Because you're
No, not as tall as me. Like
a little bit shorter?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's a little bit taller for a female?
Yeah.
Okay. And she has what? Dark eyes? Brown eyes, you said?
Brown eyes.
Okay.
Darker hair, like a darker brown.
Okay. Dark brown. She pretty?
Yeah.
Alright. You gotta go for the pretty ones.
But admitting the relationship was one thing. Admitting involvement in a murder was another. Like Diamond, Lucero denied participating in the shooting. He refused to give investigators anything that could help their case.
Tell me what you know.
Well, that's what I know. I told you the truth. I don't have anything else to say.
You weren't involved with the shooting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know about the shooting that I'm talking about?
I've seen it on the news.
Okay. Did Ty talk to you about it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if Ty was involved?
Mm-hmm.
No? Did you communicate with him on your phone?
No.
About it?
No.
At least he's smart. That's right. I don't know nothing.
What they did not know was that the police had evidence and an eyewitness account. Warrants were issued for Diamond Rain Salazar, Caprice Linda Cecilia, Ty Ashton Gallegos, Adam C. Cedillo, and Esteban Damian Lucero. All 5 were charged with open murder, shooting at a motor vehicle, and conspiracy to commit murder. But charging them was only the beginning. Prosecutors still had to prove who was responsible for Kayla Montano's death. Years passed as the case worked its way through the court system. Eventually, the prosecution decided to try all 5 defendants separately, a process that took more than 2 years to unfold. Then, prosecutors presented the 3 shooters with a choice: Ty Gallegos, Adam Cedillo, and Estevian Lucero. Each was offered a plea agreement. They could plead guilty to second-degree murder and testify against Diamond Salazar. It was the kind of deal many defendants spend years hoping to receive. They turned it down. All 3 refused. Instead, they pleaded guilty to first-degree murder. They accepted significantly longer prison sentences rather than testify against Diamond. At the time, it looked like a show of loyalty, but that decision would create a new challenge for prosecutors. Ty Gallegos was eventually sentenced to 10 years. Estevian Lucero received 22 years. Adam Cedillo received the maximum 10 years allowed under his plea agreement. That left Diamond. And unlike the others, there was still one person who knew exactly what had happened from the very beginning. Caprice Cecilia. She had been there at Columbus Park. She had been in the parking lot. She had watched everything unfold, and prosecutors were about to make a decision that would change Diamond's trial completely. In August 2024, prosecutors dismissed Cecilia's charges. In exchange, she agreed to cooperate. Keep that in mind, because it would become one of the most important developments in the entire case. Diamond Salazar's trial opened on August 5, 2024. Prosecutor Colin Brennan told jurors that Diamond set the night in motion. She made the call that destroyed Kayla Montano's family. Instead of going to the authorities, she chose revenge. The defense pushed back. Diamond didn't do anything wrong. Diamond never fired a gun, never asked anyone to shoot. She was still traumatized from Columbus Park, and a woman in that state tracking a signal and surrounded by armed teenagers lacked the calm presence of mind prosecutors were implying. Diamond couldn't have stopped them. Legal responsibility for Kayla Montano's death belonged to the people who pulled the triggers, not someone who pointed at a car she thought looked familiar. It was a coherent argument, and for a jury that hadn't yet seen everything, it left room for doubt. But here's what was coming next, and what Diamond Salazar's defense team could not fully neutralize. Remember the deal that was made with Cecilia? It was for her to testify against Diamond, and here's why Cecilia's testimony mattered. She was there. She heard the words. She watched everything unfold. The defense, however, remained focused on the same argument. Diamond did not control the boys. But before jurors could decide which version they believed, something unexpected happened. Before prosecutors could finish presenting their case, Diamond Salazar made a decision that changed everything. She pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The first-degree murder trial and the potential sentence of 30 or more years were over. Her attorney had spent months arguing that Diamond was not guilty of first-degree murder, but the plea told a different story. Diamond addressed the family.
Kayla's daughter doesn't have a mom anymore, and it hurts me to know that she's not going to be able to have her mom there for her during special times of her growing up.
Before announcing the sentence, Judge Courtney Weeks addressed the facts of the case directly.
But to say that you had a fight response because you were trying to protect Diamond is not the entire picture of this story. And I know because I've heard the testimony of the detective, I've heard the testimony of a lot of different witnesses.
The court ultimately rejected the idea that Diamond was merely a bystander to what happened that night. Diamond Salazar was sentenced to 19 years in prison.
Damn, Diamond. Damn. All right. Well, I guess we got about I guess we got more time for a little more crime. I got time for one more crime. You know what I'm saying? I guess I could do one more crime. What this one say? This one says, deadly dispute. A Wisconsin man has been sentenced to life in prison for killing his pregnant ex-girlfriend during an argument on a nature trail.
It's 9:30 p.m. at a home in Janesville, Wisconsin, when a surveillance camera catches a man, seen here, later identified as 23-year-old Logan Barclay, exiting his home and headed out into a stormy night, only to return nearly 2.5 hours later and head back inside. But investigators would soon discover this was allegedly no ordinary night out for Logan, when a 911 call the next day leads police to a nearby hiking trail.
Hey, you call this one party? Yeah. Whereabouts? Yeah.
You want me to wait for them?
Yeah.
Okay, just wait for them.
So you guys are just
why I
walking?
walk the trails and stuff.
Okay, so you're just out walking and...
Yeah. I usually walk all the time because, well...
2 witnesses say they came across what appeared to be a woman's body while hiking along the trail the following afternoon, and led police to the area.
I was trying to hey, she was stiff. I kind of move her head is kind of stuck.
How far down is she?
Oh, a little bit. Not too far.
A mile?
And I wasn't really taking chance, but I can show you.
Okay.
It's down over here. Like the other time, I was at the park garage with my friend. On the second floor. I'm the one who called about the old lady was dead in the car.
Oh.
Like this. Like I always want to join the forest, whatever.
Nature trails. Straight
I learned a
up.
lot of things. This is why in a way kind of help you guys out.
Great. Yeah, finding bodies for us.
Minutes later, police are led deep into a wooded area when they arrive at the alleged scene.
Why don't you go get your camera out?
Whoa, police department. Whoa.
He said she was stiff, man.
She got rigor.
Yeah. Investigators find the remains of a woman, later identified as 22-year-old Kirsten Hansen, reportedly the mother of an 8-month-old child she shared with Logan Barclay. Investigators determined that the victim was shot in the abdomen and left for dead, according to the Rock County District Attorney's Office. Next, another officer continues speaking with a witness, who surprisingly says this isn't their first deadly discovery.
Obviously,
lot of stress that kind of goes into
Yeah, this is the second one I found before. So one like maybe 6 years ago at the parking garage on the second floor.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the one who found like.
Typically, most people don't have more than one, right?
Yeah,
that's not normal,
I always wanted to be like a detective. If I whatever. I usually go for walks for this reason. Like if I find a weapon, turn it into the police. Like a body, turn it into the police.
Okay. Well,
wait a
obviously we've got a
minute.
process. We've got to collect stuff. We've got to figure out who this person might be.
Oh, that's the princess. Yeah.
How's she so lucky to run into all the dead
I want
bodies?
to talk to you guys maybe one-on-one, just try to make sure that everybody's.
I'm kind of curious who it is because I know a lot of drug addicts and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I know a lot of them.
You didn't recognize the person at all?
I can't see the face. I was because I touched like the hand rub on my head. At first, I thought it was a babe. So I walked close, I noticed feet in the hair.
Okay.
I'm like, hey, you okay? Hello. So I went up, just kind of shake it, kind of like stiff, felt the hand like really stiff, and then I felt like neck, kind of like her head, kind of, but it was kind of stuck on the side of the tree. I believe so. So I didn't want to kind of yank it. I don't want to do that.
The next day, investigators tracked down Logan at a local business.
Okay. So anytime she would want to go somewhere, I assume, yeah, that'd be some shock. I don't know if she has any other friends that bars. You know, is there a possibility that she's seen somebody? Or I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's very unlikely. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's. Yeah, I can. Give him a ride down the TV. Okay, I'll go with. Okay. He doesn't talk to us. Oh, okay, so we're pretty worried. Mom's pretty worried. A lot of crime fighters will come down. Hopefully, he's willing to help us, which is awesome. Yeah. You know, I mean, that's the utility knife, the utility knife is what's in the truck. So, oh, so yeah. Okay, got it. Fair work. You mind if we just wait down quick? Those gloves? Well, two, at least two. I don't give this in the front back. Preferably the other side. Have this scoot over? Yes. Sure. Are we all going the same? I'll just stand here. Yeah. You just need to take two. Yeah, no, I can go in. Do you want him up in front? Yeah, that's better. I think that might be better. Yeah. Hey, go ahead. I'm gonna open up that door for you. We'll just have you sit in front so you're a little more comfortable. You're a little bit taller than me, so we'll let you be comfortable. So go ahead, just grab a seat up there, and I appreciate it. Yep.
Moments later, Logan arrives at the police station.
Oh, look, a bunny.
I believe you did. I believe you did. Logan, I just want to make sure, do you have any weapons or anything that's going to hurt me, anything like that? Can you just turn around and face the car for me? I'm just going to pat you down to make sure, okay? Got any issues with that?
Only things I got: keys, wallet, gloves, and my wallet.
Is that gloves?
That's second pair. Yep.
Keys?
Gloves. Yep.
Spread your feet apart for me. Alright, go ahead and follow this up.
Next, the 23-year-old is seated in an interview room where detectives are eager to speak with him.
Hey, Logan, sorry about that. It's a little bit longer than I thought. He was one of my partners at dance school. Oh, yeah. Good to meet you. Nice to meet you. So, obviously, you were talking to Tom and a couple of other guys. Kind of right now, our concern is people don't know. We're trying to figure out where she is. I'm starting to hear some names. So, kind of something that we have to do, and I'm sure you watch TV and you've seen it done 100 times, because we kind of gave you a ride down here. We just have to inform people of what their rights are.
Logan has read his Miranda rights and agrees to speak with detectives before further questioning continues.
I know you have a child with her. Are you currently dating her? No. Okay. Were you ever dating her?
Yes. We continued to stay friends. She wanted more. I was okay with that. I was not okay with dating her, and all of that entails.
What does that mean?
I did not want commitment in a committed relationship. Okay. She did. We kind of established that wasn't going to happen, even though she still brings it up pretty regularly that she wants more. But I have to turn her down every time. I'm not interested. I don't have any kind of together about my life, and I'm trying to fix that.
Okay. So when you were dating her on and off, hanging out, you were cool with it. How long did that kind of continue?
So that has actually continued up to, I want to say present day, but obviously circumstances as they are.
What does that mean?
With her missing, I mean.
Oh, I mean, there's a chance she could just be like out with a friend or something, right?
I hope.
Yeah.
I really do hope. I don't know what friend she would be out with that she wouldn't have told her mom about, but I really do hope that's all it is.
Okay. You haven't seen her since Sunday then, between that 8:30 and that 12:30?
Ish.
What were you guys doing that night?
She wanted to spend time with me.
Okay.
She does. I don't know. I honestly have stopped trying to figure out what her reasons for doing what she does is. She's a very physical person. She wants to cuddle. She wants to have sex, which is something I do not particularly want to do with her.
Why is that?
We already have one kid. I can't handle a second one. Mm-hmm. She thought she was pregnant. Again, like recently, that was last Friday.
Oh.
Yeah. I made her make sure. I made her promise me she was going to get an appointment to find out for sure. That appointment she was supposed to make this week. And she had called, and they were supposed to call her back, and I never heard anything after that.
Okay. Did she take a home pregnancy test? What did that show?
Well, the first one said negative.
Okay.
No. But she was late for her period cycle, so she wanted to make sure.
Okay. Okay. How many days late was she?
I believe at that point it was 2.
Okay. Is that normal for her to be?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
She doesn't usually tell me she's on it. I just have to find out the hard way when she starts screaming at me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I can understand what you're saying. So on Sunday, were there any conversations about the plan with the pregnancy, or what if it's true? Was there any plans on what if this is?
Basically, I was not willing to have that conversation until I knew for sure.
And how did that make her feel?
She was not. She basically said that's fine, but she wants to keep it.
Yeah.
I said we're not keeping it. It's not happening. We tried that with this one, and she tried that with our current son, and that did not end well. And I was not going to put a second child through it.
Logan tells detectives that he and Kirsten had planned to put their first child up for adoption, but ultimately decided against it after he said Kirsten changed her mind, leading to various issues that involved Child Protective Services. Now, he says he was faced with another possible pregnancy that sparked an ongoing argument between the two.
So it was a stressful situation that I did not want to repeat of.
Gotcha.
Because if she fights it, if she fights, him being, or another child being adopted, and this goes through again, because he's going to fight it.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Next, detectives start asking more detailed questions that show Logan's alleged disdain toward the victim.
Do you know her phone number?
I don't know it off the top of my head.
What's her contact in your phone? Do you know her name? Okay. Spelled just like her name?
Yes.
Okay. When did you talk to her next on the phone?
Tuesday night, when I was supposed to be going over there to talk to her. I had to tell her that I was not able to.
Okay.
She was less than thrilled.
And why did you decide not to go over there?
Hail.
Okay.
When it started hailing, I decided to wait, and when it took half an hour for it to stop, I didn't really want to go anywhere when it was still pouring down right after it just hailed.
Okay. Did you leave your house at all?
Yes.
Okay. How far did you get?
So I went over to my friend's. It's a 7-minute drive without the road construction that's there.
Yeah. Very good. So, what did she say to you when you said you couldn't or weren't going to come to the hail to pick her up?
Not to pick her up, just to go over there and spend time with her.
Oh, okay.
Same thing we did on Sunday, basically. She begged me, for lack of a better word, please, I still want you to come over, yada yada yada. Basically, all things to that effect.
Yeah.
I told her no, repeatedly, and then hung up the phone. She doesn't have a vehicle. She is not one to not contact people, and I'm assuming her mother hasn't been able to get a hold of her. Correct? Am I correct?
Yeah, nobody knows where she is
right now. Also, not something that's normal for her. All of these things combined, one of them, sure, but all of them, it's never happened.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I'm not exactly an optimist, and I'm not exactly creative. So my
helping you, fam.
thoughts and my ideas of what could have happened are limited to basically what I've seen on TV, which is almost never a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Gut reaction: do you think she's alive?
I hope so.
Gut reaction: do you think she's alive?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be fair with you and say that 50% of what you just told me was bull. And this is why I'm looking at you right now, and I'm saying to you, we know some things. We know where you were. We know what you said to her. And we know where she is. Okay? So this is very important for you right now to be honest with us.
Now, detectives reveal they know more than they're letting on, including Kirsten's location, when Logan's story begins to unravel.
Was Sunday the last time you saw her?
No.
Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
Tuesday evening.
Tuesday evening. And where was that?
I had taken her out to a trail. We went down the trail, talked for a while, and went back to the car. We had gone there on Sunday as well. And I wanted to go further down this time because I didn't get to see much of it. She was not the happiest that we were trying to go down it in the rain, which is fair. And she didn't seem afraid of lightning to me, so I took her down it. We walked back to the car though. I'll run for part of it, but as much a race as it was anything else. I ran out of breath, I had to stop.
Okay. And then where did you go from there?
I drove her back home. I left immediately thereafter.
Logan now admits to walking the trail late at night with the victim on the night of the shooting, but says he took her home. But as detectives continue pressing the 23-year-old, that story also doesn't last long.
What did you talk about today?
Child that she thought she was having.
And what did she say?
she said she wanted to keep it, and I got.
You can say it.
I got angry.
Yeah.
I didn't want to keep it, and we had an argument about her keeping it, and I ended the argument by saying, this conversation is done, it's going nowhere, I don't want to have it, you can't keep it.
Mm-hmm. Or what?
Or I would do it my way, which was forcing her to go get an abortion in Illinois.
Okay.
So you just gave her.
When I went out on the trail, because it was dark, I had brought a firearm for personal protection. But when we were having our argument, I got really, really angry, and I went to go clear my head, and she chased after me. Still talking about it. No matter how many times I told her to stop, she wouldn't, and I broke. I snapped, screamed at her, took it out, and said, "Stop following me, stop talking about it, please." And I didn't mean to. It went off.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
I didn't know what to do. I really didn't mean to, so I left.
Okay. And where did she go?
I don't think she went anywhere.
When you shot, what did she do?
She kind of freaked out for a minute, screamed at me. She asked what was that, and that was it. She kind of dropped to her knee. I walked away.
I think at this point you kind of know Kirsten did not make it. Okay, she did succumb to her gunshot wound. Where you're describing the shot took place, I don't think she went very far.
Logan admits to shooting Kirsten and leaving her for dead with a gun he says he brought for safety. But again, detectives aren't fully buying his story.
So as you basically, you meet with her on Sunday, trying not to talk about the thing you don't want to talk about, but still stuff comes up related to it, right? The relationship that you don't want to have, getting an apartment that you don't want to get, being a family which you don't really want to have be a part of, right? Is that fair to say? That stuff all comes up Sunday. And she wants to meet with you on Tuesday, and I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're probably like, great, she's going to be talking about all the stuff I don't want to talk about. I'm guessing that's in your mind, like...
It was a thought, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't think it's that far of a stretch to think that go back to the same spot on the trail, take the gun with you. When she's talking about the things you don't want to talk about, try and scare her. Like you said earlier, you were going to essentially force her to have an abortion. Take the gun with you to try and do that. I don't know that I'm buying the safety thing, given that it wasn't as late as it was Sunday. You'd been there already. You didn't take your gun that day.
It wasn't... It was a backup plan. It was never, ever supposed to actually happen.
And what was your plan? What was the backup plan?
That was it, just to scare her. Just pray to God she stopped. There wasn't a plan beyond that. I wanted so badly for it to work, for her to just stop.
So where did you shoot her?
Stomach, maybe chest. That area.
Okay. Why do you say that?
That's what I was thinking about. It's just her general direction and my problem.
Which is what?
Her being pregnant again.
Mm-hmm. And if you shoot her in the stomach, what does that accomplish?
She's no longer pregnant.
Right. You say the gun on Tuesday was plan B. Was it really plan B?
No, not really. I already knew plan A wouldn't work.
When you guys are going down that trail, did you pretty much already have in your head, or no, it's probably going to end up with me, essentially I'm the one who's walking back and she's not going to walk back?
No, that was never part of what I wanted or had planned. Just scare her, make her quiet, stop her talking about it. That was it. Never what happened.
It's tough, and you've got to see it too. It's tough for me necessarily to believe that.
I understand.
Right?
I do.
Next, detectives revealed this incident was allegedly far from the first time Logan had threatened violence toward the victim.
So kind of walk me through. Things go bad, right? You end up leaving, you drop the phone off the apartment, you go to your friends, and eventually go home. I think when you mentioned you had deleted messages that were on your phone. When did that take place?
The deletion?
Mm-hmm.
After this.
After this. And why did you delete them?
I was scared.
They look bad?
Really bad.
Yeah. What kind of stuff is in that looks bad?
A lot of threats over her not stopping talking about the pregnancy and all that. And her saying she wanted to keep it over and over again.
And what kind of threats?
Physical threats, of lots of varieties. I don't remember all of them.
Did you ever threaten to shoot her?
I don't think so.
Did you ever threaten to kill her or kill a baby?
Maybe. Never her. I can think of.
Okay. And you knew there was really only one way to make your problem go away.
Just wanted to put it off until I was ready. I never thought it would be done for good. I knew well enough that it wouldn't be. I just wanted her to stop for a few days until I could get my head around it.
But she wasn't going to stop, and she wasn't respecting you.
It didn't matter. I'm used to that.
But what was the one way that you were thinking you could stop this?
Fear is the only thing that's ever worked for me.
Has it, though?
Kind of. I mean, I've never tried to scare her with anything that big before. It's mostly just imposing.
But you've used fear to try and scare her before.
It's worked. Okay. A lot, actually. Like, never physical. But the idea of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually enough.
Logan was charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Court records show he later pleaded guilty to the charge and was sentenced to life behind bars. He'll be eligible for extended supervision after serving 50 years.
Damn, he got 50 piece. Extended supervision. He might get out on the what you call that, the halfway house side of the game in 50 years. Man, the world's gonna be so different in 50 years. Man, that's a long time. That's what you get when you like kill your girlfriend on a biking trail, though. Well, man, I appreciate everybody rolling with me tonight. I see a bunch of y'all in here. It's like close. It's close to like 800 people on all these channels. Well, it's y'all really on Keep It P Podcast Raw and J Lava. So shout out to y'all two channels. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe and the bell for notifications so you can be alerted each and every time I decide to go live. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and it's my joint right there. Y'all get the, I don't know. You know the word to catch on. The word to catch on. The word to catch on. We're gonna have somebody. Shout out to Abe again, because Abe came on here and probably gave me a better true crime call in than I probably could have ever asked for. Yeah, I need to go to sleep. I'm tired. I'm trying to hold on. I ain't got it. You know, I got 4 words for y'all. For everybody that's just stopping in, I need you to go ahead and subscribe for the vibes, like for the spike in the algorithm, share if you care about getting crime everywhere. Please do that on the platforms that we are on, Jones. And just to bring it all the way home, I got love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out to Doha for Shoha. You already know. Yiggity.